Okie dokies. We are back with more Baldur's Gate. As you can see, I have my little makeshift new stream overlay. It ain't much, but it's honest work.
Yeah? What do you want?
Because I was tired of being in the void, so I was like, let me try something different. So we may switch to and fro between the different overlays, because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just here to have fun. Alright, so let's see what I have to do for chapter 6. Investigate the Iron Throne. So I'm gonna focus on that. I think I just healed myself of the poison that one dude poisoned me with, Merrick and Lothander, yeah. And then what are these things? Gauntlets I'm never gonna find. A boogeyman I'm never gonna find. Investigate the Iron Throne, okay. We'll do that. Gorak the Diseased. We just gotta find his house again, which I totally did not keep track of. Gaxir the Seer. A Sphene Gem. I literally had one, I'm pretty sure, but oh well. Not gonna kill the Basilisk. Archaion's Bloodstone. I probably won't do that. Steal a cloak. Oh, a Baragost. Well, we'll get to that if we get to that. So let's go investigate the Iron Throne. I think we were just at the Blushing Mermaid where Lothander had the antidote. And it looks like Branwen can level up, so let's do that as well. Branwen. Level up. Additional pre-spells. Additional lore hit points and lore. Done. Easy enough. Alright, so we're all level 5 and 6 except for Quail, who's level 4.
Huh? Way ahead of you, boss. Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Did I investigate? I did not really... Oh, because this section of Baldur's Gate is separated. Okay. Where the heck is Ilmater?
Way ahead of you, boss.
Ilmater. Brielbara?
Wait, I must speak with thee.
Travelers, could you wait for a while so I might talk with you? I am Brielbara, a mage of minor power. I've heard that a group fitting your description were hiring themselves out as mercenaries. Is that true? No, we're not mercenaries, we just carry weapons and kill things for the joy of the experience. Yes, we're available for hire. Why are you interested? I wish to hire you. I'll pay you 200 gold. Not much for heroic adventurers, but all that I have. An evil mage has laid a curse upon my only child, Namara. She is slowly wasting away, and without help, she'll die. The mage who did this is named Yago, and I'm sure that he possesses the remedy to the curse. Would you track him down for me, please? Yeah, sure, why not? He's been staying at a place called the Low Lantern. It's the playground for the wicked and depraved, a ship where prostitutes ply their trade. All I want you to do is find him and take his spellbook. I have enough magical skill to reverse the curse if I had the formula for his spell. When you're finished, come meet me at the Splurging Sturgeon Inn. I'll be there for the next few days.
What you got for me
I'm
this
sorry. I'm never gonna get to that. Brielbara's baby. We've accepted a request from a woman named Brielbara who wants us to find a man named Yago. Yago has cursed Brielbara's daughter to die, and we are to help Brielbara undo this curse by obtaining Yago's spellbook. We can find Yago at the Low Lantern. We are to meet Brielbara at the Splurging Sturgeon when we are done.
Top of my to-do list.
Not at the top of my to-do list. Is this guy...
Bother and bother, never a calm spot, never a break.
Let's see. A door? It's locked. Let's just go. I think the Iron Throne was down here. Waiting Stars isn't.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Gonto London's house. Okay, maybe not here. Maybe next door? That's the docks. That's not it, is it? Merchants League escape. Seven Sons. The Seven Sons is what, a trading? He has some interesting suspicions about the Seven Sons and the Merchants League, two mercantile groups here in Baldur's Gate. He is apparently quite in their debt financially, but for some unknown reason they have stopped pressuring him for repayment. Indeed, they seem almost frightened whenever he approaches them and tries to catch their eye. I cannot yet fathom the relevance of this to my investigation. Still, this whole affair has been motivated by greed, business, and money from the start. If merchant groups in the largest city in the region are acting suspicious, I had best take note.
Way ahead of you, boss.
That might help us with investigating.
Yes?
What can I do for you? I wanted to ask you some questions on your recent business decisions. Some people find them very questionable. We wanted a tour. We wanted to talk to the owner of the Seven Sons. I want a tour. Unfortunately, I cannot grant any of your desires, so could you kindly leave? We want a tour first. Listen here, there have been some strange things happening about the Seven Sons, but I'd rather not talk about it. Everybody I know has been acting really strange of late. I've seen some of the other merchants change faces when they thought I wasn't looking. Yes, you heard me right. They changed faces. Some sort of shapeshifters have infiltrated the Seven Sons. If I were you, I'd get out of here while there's still time. That's what I'm planning to do. Creepy. Close that. A frightened merchant inside the Seven Sons building says the Seven Sons has been infiltrated by shapeshifters. Are you a shapeshifter?
Leave us alone, will ya? Nothing for you here.
So you have come to visit the Seven Sons, have you? Yes, I've got your face now, but not your name. I am Fulio Dysplasius, destroyer of the Seven Sons. Rah! Have your jest, then. It will take more Fulios than you to destroy the Seven Sons.
Leave us alone, will ya? Nothing for you here.
Fulios the Destroyer.
Top of my to-do list.
What's in here?
Leave us alone, will ya? Nothing for you here.
So the merchant was... Or the people in the Seven Sons were scared of the merchant? What was it?
You're a
Do you have
queer
to look
fellow.
for secrets, Emoin?
I've done had enough of this.
Oh, there's a store here
Yeah?
that I didn't
Way
even
ahead of
see.
you, boss. Top of my to-do
Oh
list.
god, what the?
Huh?
I should not
Way ahead of you, boss.
be in the center of that. Morale failure, panic, get him. Get him, Dorn.
What you
Yeah.
got for top of my to-do list?
Jasso, who are you again?
Come to torment me some more, you shape-shifting bastards.
Well, you'll get naught from me this day. Not a cry of pain nor the knowledge in my noggin. Get away from me, shapeshifter scum. We're not the shapeshifters you speak of. We're friends sent by Scar to see what's going on. What's going wrong here at the Seven Sons? Who are you? Ha ha ha, we've come to torture you. We're not here to torture you, we're here to save you. To save you. You think I believe that, you shape-shifting scum? I know your tricks, and that one won't work no more. Fine with us, goodbye. It's not a trick, trust us. Think what you want. We've been sent by Scar to find Jasso. Could you help us? Jasso? I'm Jasso. You know Scar? You might be telling the truth. Is my torment to finally end? If you're Jasso, then you might have an idea of what's been going on around here. Tell us everything. We don't have time to chat with you. Come with us, we can get you out of here. Bye-bye, Jasso. You can make it out on your own. Tell us everything. Those creatures, the shapeshifters, started infiltrating the Seven Suns some months ago. They must have started with some of the less important members of my coster. Eventually, they captured me, and their leaders took my face. They've been keeping me alive in order to gain information that they need through torture. I don't know what their purpose is, but they have been running my business very poorly. All of you will be well rewarded for rescuing me. When you meet Scar again, he will give you my reward. I must be off now, as there is much of the monster's work to be undone. I assume you've dealt with the other monsters upstairs. If you haven't, I'll get the Flaming Fist to clear out the rest. It'll probably be weeks before we can clean out their stench. That's pretty easy. We've learned from Jasso that a group of shape-shifting creatures have taken over the Seven Suns trading coster. No one uses a spear here. You want to be locked? That's fine. Alright, is there anything else for me to kill? No. Let's go upstairs.
Tempest, give us victory!
This will not
Give
be
us
a
victory!
Yeah, we got this. Garnet gem.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Now, why are they infiltrating the Seven Suns Merchants Guild and doing a poor job of it?
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Tempest, give us victory!
Beautiful. Zeus gem. Not a Sphinx gem.
Way ahead of you, boss.
Good thing the Flaming Fist is around this area. Layla Axehand. You there. Before you go causing any more trouble, I must insist that you seek an audience with Scar if you haven't already. Why should I? Are you going to try to make me? What would he have to say to me? Why do I need— Well, I was going to head there anyway. If he wishes, then I will speak with him. Where is he? It is wise for you to seek the sanction of the Flaming Fist. Scar awaits you at the Flaming Fist headquarters to the southwest quadrant of the city.
Yeah, I'll get right on
I'll
that.
go in there anyway. Is this a house? It's a big house. Just a store.
Top of my to-do list.
Merchants League Estate, so they live there, I guess, and conduct their business at the Seven Suns, maybe?
Hello there.
Who's TX again?
Who dares prod
Oh, yeah.
TX?
My god, it's dark in here.
Top of my to-do list.
Alright, Scar.
I am a man of my word.
I'm glad to see you have returned. So what news do you bring me? We didn't learn anything, sorry. Do you have anything else for us to do? Doppelgangers have taken over many of the high echelons of the coster. The monsters are all dead now, slain by us. You've slain some doppelgangers? Fantastic! I suppose Loyola has already lectured you on the difference between sanctioned and rogued actions, eh? Well, you and I know these things can't always go by the book. Did you come across Jasso? Is he alive? Alive and well, Josso is back in control of the business. I don't think I saw... Yes, he is. I'm impressed. You're as good as your word and obviously very deadly in your work. I'll give you the wage you deserve, triple our original agreement. I want to keep in touch with you, especially if the Iron Throne is up to what you say it is. I have a... Ooh. Oh, dang, nice. 6,000 gold. Phew! I have another job you might be interested in. You'll be well paid for your services. Care to hear more? We don't have time for another job right now. We'd rather discuss the Iron Throne. Do you have any information on them? Alright then, meet me outside of the Flaming Fist barracks and we can discuss the Iron Throne.
I thought I could think no less of this group, but with this behavior.
Yeah, Edwin, tell it. What is our... What is our... Oh, reputation average, okay. Well leveled up. Alright, I need to read my journal. Scar of the Flaming Fist has expressed an interest... Oh, no, I already did that. Scar was so impressed that we'd wiped out the doppelgangers in the Seven Sons compound that he gave us a hefty bonus. Scar wants a word with me. Something to do with the Iron Throne. I can find him outside the Flaming Fist barracks. Scar's job. I just skipped that. Where is
Good
it?
on you if you saved the day.
Where's Scar's job? Oh, it's playing journal. No, it's not. That's fine.
What do you need?
What's your business here? We're here to see Scar. We want a tour. We give no tours here. Could you please leave? Alright. What is this? Secret?
Top of my
I am a
to-do
man of my
list.
word.
Hello, Mr. Wigglefingers. I have another job for you. This one involves a group you have dealt with in the past, the Iron Throne. Duke Elton himself wishes to speak to you about this. Will you come with me? Of course we'll come, especially if we have an audience with the Grand Duke. Just follow me. I'll take you to the Flaming Fist compound. The Grand Duke is waiting for us.
I am a man of my word.
Let me introduce you to Grand Duke Elton, one of the lords of the city, commander of the Flaming Fist, and member of the Lords Alliance. I'm glad to see that you have come. I know that such a meeting is unusual, but in these circumstances it is necessary. I would first ask what involvement you have had with the merchant society known as the Iron Throne. Iron Throne, who are they? We've learned that they're involved in a plot that threatens the stability of your city. Jesus Christ. From what I have been told, you have been quite a thorn in the side of the Iron Throne. I'm interested in you because of the obvious hatred that they hold for you. Their recent activities have been brought to my attention, and I am very dubious about the intent of the throne. I think it is far too easy to blame the recent caravan raids and iron shortage on the Zentarim. Though the evidence does point to them, they do not have much to profit, while the Iron Throne has everything to gain. I have much to concern me right now, especially with tension rising between our city and the nation of Am. Unfortunately, my hands are tied. I can't act against the Iron Throne until I have heard hard evidence of their wrongdoing. That's, of course, where you come in. I need a small group of spies to break into the Iron Throne headquarters and see if they can find any proof of the throne's involvement with the caravan raids. If you do this for me, you'll be paid extremely well. 2,000 gold to divide among yourselves. What is your answer? What's his face? Scar paid us 6k, bro. 2,000 gold, consider us hired. We'd be honored. You have made a wise decision. It is a difficult mission that I give you, but I am sure that you have the wherewithal to make it through. Return and report to me once you feel you have enough information to use against the Iron Throne. We'll be back as soon as possible. Duke Elton of Baldur's Gate has ordered us to investigate the Iron Throne. A good start would be the headquarters in the southern quadrant of the city. We have agreed to go on a mission for Duke Elton. We are to infiltrate the Iron Throne headquarters here in Baldur's Gate. Let's do it.
Way ahead of you, boss.
Greetings, taxpayers. I am Duke Elton,
Greetings.
commander of the Flaming Fist.
Greetings, taxpayers. I am glad to have you back. So what have you learned so far? We came here to tell you that we no longer wish to work for you. Will that end the game? We didn't learn anything. What are you doing here? Go back to the Iron Throne estate and learn as much as you can. Where are we? Don't mind me. Where did Scar go? Fergus. Stop moving.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
I've gotta admit, I ain't never been happier. Got a letter from my lady, and she's gonna be home real soon. Just gotta find me a pretty little ring for her pretty little finger, and all's gonna be just fine. Just fine. But my lady, she transcends gold or silver or fancy stones. She'll have nothing less than an angel skin ring from me. Angel skin ring. If I find an angel skin ring, I could help Fergus, a Flaming Fist soldier.
Over here.
Oh, chill. Do I have an angel skin ring on me? Ah, it is a fine wind that brings my lady, fresh and cool and beautiful.
This way, good sir. Over here.
Hey there, pal. If you're here to see Duke Elton, just go up the stairs beside me. You should be waiting in his office. Delos. Can we talk to you?
This way, good sir. Over here.
I guess not. Oh, you're the guy that wants us out of here. Prisoner. Why can't I talk to you?
Help us, please.
Is this a
way, good sir.
door?
Over here.
Let me go down here.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
I serve the Flaming Fist.
I serve the Flaming Fist. Is this
Top
a
of my to-do
door?
list.
No. Where's the stairs? Those are stairs?
Way ahead of you, boss. Top of my
That's
to-do list.
yeah, whatever. All right, let's go to the Iron Throne headquarters. They said south. Excuse me.
Top of my to-do list.
I thought they were next door to the Flaming Fist. There's stairs. I just see a stair icon. No, that's fine. Get me out of here. Oh, that's a wall. God dang it. I serve the Flaming Fist. Get me out of here, man. Dorn is trying so hard. He's just stuck behind a slope. Oh god. What's that? What's that? Well, ain't none of my business if that was lightning. Oh, it says lightning commoner. Where? I missed it. That's funny. and unfortunate. There's so many commoners, it's not a loss. Oh, it's right there. Iron Throne headquarters.
Top of my to-do list.
Let's go.
No time to chit-chat.
Out, away, fly while you can. There be madness here and I can't stand it no longer. Madness in this much-lauded tower? That there be malice here, I have no doubt, but madness? Never. Calm down and explain yourself, good sir, that I may understand you better. Calm down? Calm down while Sevarok's acolytes practice their magic cacophony above me? I dare say not, stranger. I dare say not at all. Okay, bye. What do you merchants
I'll
have to
get right on
say?
that.
All my stuff is authentic. Really, it is.
What is your business here? If you're here about obtaining iron shipments for your company, then you'd be best to do so elsewhere. We have no interest in dealing with other companies.
Hey,
Hey, welcome to the Iron Throne Citadel. Could you please state what business brings you here? We have no business here, but perhaps this 100 gold would let us in anyway. We've business with your leaders. We've come from Symbia and are quite weary, so if you would just step aside, we would be grateful. We're seeking employment with the Iron Throne. If you could just direct us to someone with whom we should speak, we will be on our way. If we were to give you these 200 gold, would you not ask any questions just to let us in? I'm here to kill all those who would associate themselves with the Iron Throne.
This will not
Oh, so easy. What do you have to say about
be. All
that?
my stuff is authentic. Really, it is.
Yeah, our gang doesn't really do subterfuge.
I should have joined the army.
Where do you think you're going? Upstairs. Where do you think you're going? At the 5th floor. Seravok asked us to deliver an important message to his acolytes. Somewhere far away from wisecrackers like yourself, I hope. Guards, up the stairs. We have intruders.
That one's gonna leave a mark.
Oh, don't
yeah?
attack
What do you want?
me.
Way ahead of you, boss.
This will not be a quick death.
Shield!
Huh? What you got for me this time? Yeah? What do you want?
Everyone
Top of my
accepts.
to-do list.
Don't attack Mr. Wigglefingers, man. I need a heal. Drink potion. Alright, now you can attack. Just getting hurt. Poison!
What is your command?
Alright, Brandwin. Slow poison, please. Okay. And then heal me, actually. I am the most critical member of this party, so... Cool.
Huh?
Quick save.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Your worthless lives end here.
Stop
What you got? Top of
attacking
my
me, bro.
to-do list.
Yeah.
Yeah? What do you want?
Nice label, fizzle down the side.
Give us victory!
This will not be a quick death.
Oh, I'm poisoned. Alright, stop my poison, please.
Huh? Yeah, I'll get right on that.
How many bullets do I have? I'm okay. Yeah, I am okay. Yeah.
I should have joined the army.
You there. What are you doing here? I don't recognize you. How about you just take this 100 gold and look the other way? We've business with your leaders. We've just come from Sembia. Come down, we're new recruits. We just haven't gotten our uniforms yet. We come from Cormyr. With business going so well there, we have brought a large sum of surplus money for your superiors. I'm sure they wouldn't wish to be kept waiting. We're new recruits. Gotta move on then, and put your uniforms on.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Don't give
Mortuary?
me any lip, peasant. Do you know who I am?
Wait a moment. Could you please tell me where I could find Realtar? It's important that I speak to him. I've been given the runaround too long. Realtar's dang son, Saravok, seems to think he's in charge here. We must ask for a name before we go telling the whereabouts of Iron Throne higher-ups. I'm Nortuary, and your Iron Throne's high-up answers to me. I've just arrived from Selgaunt in Sembia. The council wishes to know how things are faring. Now tell me where I can find Realtar. Actually, we don't really know where he is at the moment. We apologize for any inconvenience we might have caused you. Realtar's in the upper offices at the moment. If you go up there, I'm sure you'll catch him. Good. Finally, I get a straight answer. Yeah, go get him.
I've got the best prices this side of Cormyr.
What are the likes of you doing in the dining chambers? Dismiss yourselves immediately before I have you thrown out. At last, someone who looks like they could be of some assistance. The assorted boobs and dimwits around here have been of very little help. Of course, how may I assist you, ma'am? I'm afraid you've mistaken us for someone else. I'm Dimwit, and this is my good friend Boob. And behind me, you'll find Brainless and Moron. How do you do? Ma'am this, ma'am that. I have little desire to suffer through more of your flat gentility. You may call me Emissary Tar and direct me towards the nearest staircase. Bro, it's right there. I have some important business to conduct on the 5th floor on behalf of the Grand Dukes. Emissary Tar, would it be untoward of me to inquire as to the nature of your business on the 5th floor? The stairs? Why, yes, they lie behind me, not far from where we stand at all. Please, whatever your business there may be, I urge you to reconsider. I have a bad sense about this place and would worry for your safety there. They're right behind me. Thank you and goodbye. Head on up, Emissary Tar, who could not look 5 feet to your left.
Hello?
You there. This is my kitchen, and I don't like interlopers, so get out.
Hey, friend.
I must apologize for me fella here, John. He just gets irate real easy. You do best to avoid him when he's in these kind of moods. Duly noted. Doesn't like interlopers, but what about Lopertingers?
What you got for me this time?
Guess we'll never know. They're probably fine with Lopertingers. No, not a
Top
attack
of my
on sight.
to-do list.
So welcome, Rased.
You want some
see.
whiskey?
Hey there, mate. Don't recognize you, which is strange, considering I know everyone here at the Iron Throne. Why don't you tell me who you are? We're merchants just out of Sembia, or Cormyr. New recruits, none of your business. We're new recruits, we haven't been given an assignment yet. Oh, I see. Well, if you're wondering where you'll be assigned, I'd bet it would be with the Black Talons down in the Wood of Sharp Teeth. They've lost quite a few members lately and are in desperate need of new recruits.
What you want?
What you want? Oh my gosh, Justice Gurn. Hello. You must be the city negotiators. Let me see on the list here. Emissary Tar? Right on time and a pleasure to meet you. My name is Desta Skirn, Assistant Chief Accountant for the Iron Throne's operations on the Sword Coast. Now, just a quick briefing on our negotiating procedures before you head up on the stairs. How did Emissary Tar walk past this guy? Like, I sent her up. Baldur will be accompanied by a board of 6 from 6 Iron Throne advisors sent to us from abroad. Zalamar Cloudwolf, Gardush, Naman, Diab, Asim, and Alai. All of them quite respectable men and eager to meet you. We also have a 7th member on that board today, Mr. Lal Espejo. He is there to ensure that things go smoothly in this time of transition. As for the agenda, you thought we're in chapter 5? Let me make sure. after I finish speaking with this dude. I'm afraid you've mistaken me for someone else. Please just go about your business. Yes? Please, Mr. Garrett, I have my own copy of the agenda and no desire to waste any more time here than necessary. If you would be so kind as to allow me to proceed upstairs to the negotiations, I would be very grateful. Yes? On the agenda, as you well know, are a discussion of her current offer regarding iron prices and some notes regarding the output of the new mines we have acquired. Preceding all of that, however, Mr. Espejo would like to have a few words with you about the positive change and dynamism, economic and otherwise, that he has been witness to in his recent travels through the Store Coast region. I do not doubt that you will find it interesting, but I have taken enough of your time. Please proceed upstairs so that the negotiations may begin. Stop moving down, camera. Prologue 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I guess we are on chapter 5. I don't know why I thought this was like previous chapter, go this way. Like chapter 5, go back. Alright, we'll finish chapter 5 then.
What do you want?
Oh my, if we finish both
Way
chapter
ahead of
5
you,
and 6
boss.
today, that'd be crazy. Merchant. I'm just taking a little peek-see. Maybe I'll finish both if I don't get distracted by side quests, which I'm trying not to do. I'm trying to focus. Oh, Zalmar Cloudwolf. Fear my wrath, for it is great indeed. Who dares intrude upon our negotiations? My name is Mr. Wigglefingers. I was wondering if I could ask you a few questions. My name is Emissary Tar. I'm here to negotiate an iron treaty with Baldur on behalf of the Grand Dukes. Well, I set Emissary Tar up here for real. I'm Mr. Wigglefingers. Mr. Wigglefingers, you say? Ah, yes. Servok warned us you might try to meddle. That meddling will stop here, however. I'm quite sorry to have bothered you, really. Is this the exit? I'll just be going now. And who are you to say so? I've crushed all those before you. Certainly a little coin would ease your conviction a bit. A little gold to make you turn the other way? I'm gonna crush you. Those before us were fools, as you are. Those before us were weak, as you are. Those before us were not Zalamar, or Gardush, or Naman, or Diab, or Assam, or Alai. Those before us are dead, and you will be. As you will be, so it has been decreed, so it shall be done. So orders Serva. That's a lot of people, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Stop moving to the right. Okay. Let's see. Doppelganger. Is Emissary Tar here?
Huh?
Let's cast. I'm all the way in the back. Let's cast Silence on everyone here. Because why not?
Be direct.
What do you need?
What do you have? So you might have not noticed, but Emissary Tar was the doppelganger. Oh. Well, why the heck were they... That's confusing. So what happened to the actual Emissary Tar? They got me there.
What you got for me this time?
Okay, I want to...
Again, you disturb me.
You're in, like, the back. Let's just blind everyone. Why not?
Yeah? What do you want?
How long will... Okay, whatever. Just do this. Kill this dude first.
What you want?
What is your command?
You granted?
You grunted?
Speak and be gone.
So stupid. Okay.
Huh?
Let's do that again, because why not? Let's summon things. Okay, hold on. Time is done, primates. Silence, silence, silence. Saber spell, silence. Oh, well. Whoops, I silenced my people, that's fine. Quail, you can just attack. Zamar, I keep reading Cloud Wolf as Cloud Wife.
Hello?
Zalmar Cloud Wife. Do a spiritual hammer. Because why not?
You are so irritating.
Color spray. No, I'm gonna make my people fall asleep. So just attack.
Yep.
Just attack.
What you got for me this
and
time?
just attack. Actually. Oh wow, I can use infravision 11 times. That's pretty dang good. What is happening? Flame strike on Coil. Dawn Saber spell. Okay. Can I cast anything? 6 missile damage. Yeah, bad things are happening. Alright, stop just standing there. Yeah, do an acid arrow, why not? What is this? Attacking, you're all attacking. Okay, what? 4 acid damage. Cool. Who's casting a spell?
Yeah? What do you want?
Get this dude.
I cannot.
What is it now? Thy temper shield!
Oh, saved. Okay. Dorn might need some healing, so you can do that, Coil. Okay. He's dying, I think. Are you healing? Did you heal him already?
What
I'm
you
just
got for me this
standing
time?
there. That's fine. Oh, the guy died. What is this? Ah. Can you heal him? You can't heal him. Are you held? Whatever. Get the elixir of health. And then, yeah, attack this dude. Branwyn, can you heal him? This dude's invisible.
Yeah? What do you want?
You're a queer fellow.
Again, you disturb me.
Okay.
Hello?
Blast? Blast takes forever. Can you go up to him and heal him, Quail?
It's better to
Branwyn,
die on your feet than
switch
live.
to melee. Get this guy. Mr. Wigglefingers. Just chromatic orb, I guess. I don't
What
know.
you want?
Yeesh. Why won't you move? There we go. Okay, Diop died. Great. Can you heal, please? I don't understand why Quill is unable to heal Dorn.
What you got for me this time? Yeah? What do you want?
Oh, he's silenced. Ah. I thought I silenced the other people there. Okay, thank you. What is that, an ear icon? Okay, well, don't do anything then. Just attack. Were you attacking? Attack the doppelganger. I'll just keep casting spells, because why not? How come silence is an ear? Are you just standing there, Dorn? Please. Let me heal you. And now you can attack.
What you got for me this time?
It's almost dead. Oh, wow. Wow, 42 slashing damage. That's crazy. Get this guy. Should get this guy. What is that noise? Oh, the silence is go away.
I will listen. For now.
Can I help you?
Alright, now you can heal.
What is it now?
Everyone's just
Yeah?
walking
What do you want?
closer. Okay. Bramwin's confused. Dorn is saved. That's good. Everyone else is freaking confused. Okay. Drink this potion, mister. Dorn is a little bit overpowered. Yeah, I love him for that. Get this stupid doppelganger, then get this stupid wizard here. Oh.
You got this coming!
Get this dude. Everyone stop attacking each other. Wait, Dorn save versus spell, good. Okay, good.
Your worthless lives end here.
It shall be even bloodier than you hoped.
Why are you attacking Emily, man? That's fine. Plate mail, helmet. Stop killing each other!
Hello?
Oh my god!
You got this!
Stop! Attacks Dorn, you're so funny, Mr. Wigglefingers. Let me just pick all this stuff up. Disorders, protection, alignment, vocalize. Oh, dispel magic! But everyone, Dorn can't use that, and everyone is affected by something, so never mind. Alright, I have a task for you and those you have selected. You, the first of the faithful, are to stand ground in my stead. Be assured that I would not belittle your devotion with simple guard duty. This chore is of particular interest to me, and thus to you. Mr. Wigglefingers has become a thorn in my side. I wish it removed. Do so, and you shall please me greatly. Such is your charge. Do not fail in this. Sarabach. Huh. Okay, good.
Huh? Yeah, I'll get right on
Everyone
that.
gather around here. We'll just wait for them to stop being scared. My god. Ring. kind of funny too how this fight went long and interesting for me, and a lot of things happened, but while for you the fight would be a lot shorter and less epic. Is it because your party would be adequately leveled and equipped? Let me see. I don't think I have enough room to carry all this. That won't stop me from trying. Just strategy.
What you got for me this time?
I clearly don't have strategy. Just spam my spells. Everyone target one person. Inventory. Who's carrying my potions? Edwin? Someone should probably learn this. You would open up with sleep and hold person on them and then kill anyone who wasn't affected and proceed to mop up the rest. Okay. Yeah, I feel like I normally do that for like the weaker mobs. Sleep or like what was that other spell? Not glitter dust. Color spray. But I think I did it once and it affected the people in my party. Efficient but anticlimactic. But it's fun. I like doing things that way too. Yeah, sure, you can learn Fireball. What is the difference? Let me read. What's the difference between color spray and sleep? It's a 90-degree arc. It's a 15-foot radius. Is sleep just with the enemy? Oh yeah, enemies. And I think color spray is everyone in the area. Yeah. That's probably my mistake. I think I did color spray once and it made half my party fall asleep. Only enemies sleep. Okay. That's good to know because I'll definitely be doing that. Because I love doing that. Oh, you're not holding anything. Oh, you can only carry 50 pounds. Never mind. Alright, give you these, please. Okay, inventory full, that's fine. This helmet is the same. Sure, you can have a helmet, why not? He looks ridiculous! Oh my goodness. Plate mail. Would be worse. Why did I give it to you? Character's too far away. Branwen, where are you?
Yeah, way ahead of you, boss.
Alright, everyone stand around. Quill's encumbered? That's so funny. Oh, because of this. Okay, so Branwen... No, actually, drop it on the ground. Branwen, pick this up.
It is a fine day to die.
Where are you? Why are you so far away? Okay, pick that up. It's worse. Okay, put that back on the ground. Learn this. Learn this. Put these away. Antidote, just hold on to that. What is this? Chazar is the common name given to Aragonite? Aragonite, a straw yellow gemstone found in elongated prism-shaped crystal form. It is soft and fragile and requires skilled cutting to yield faceted gems. Alright, he can hold on to this stuff. Wand. Edwin can hold on to that. It's funny finding a unique item twice. I think I found like a shield or something that was used in this dude's last battle twice. Let's go here. Oh. You like to think every single fantasy game out there for the entirety of your education on precious stones. I'm glad that they put little details of what the stone is, 'cause I'm like, what? I don't think I'm retaining any of the information, but it is nice. A little bit of detail. Alright, where else? Pick this up.
Huh? Top of my to-do list.
Am I still encumbered? No. I mean, you mostly retain surface information. It's like, oh, a gem that looks like this. We build knowledge here.
What
We're
you got for
learning
me this
here,
time?
playing CRPGs.
Top of my to-do list.
What the heck is that? Is this a person? What is that? That's a person. Baldur.
Hello. I don't want any trouble.
What are you doing here? Get out of this building before I call the guards. We can do that until you answer some questions. Sure, if you want us to leave, we'll leave. You just missed the party, mister. You didn't hear what was going on out there? Alright. Oh, is this the top floor? Can I kill you? Oh, he like disappeared. Alright, let's get down. No distractions. We're going down. He became one with the wall. He's just hiding behind a curtain.
Top of my to-do list.
Bartender, did you hear any of that? Okay.
Yeah?
Guess I
What do
can't
you
talk
want?
to you. That's fine.
Yeah, I'll get right on that. Way ahead
Where's
of you,
that other
boss.
guy? Did you hear any of that? Silly nonsense.
I've got the best prices this side of Cormier.
I don't understand why you insist on smelling up the room. All of you should go and bathe.
Huh? Yeah, I'll get
Probably
right on that.
true.
Yeah, I'll get right on that. Way ahead of you, boss.
Alright, Flaming Fist. Alright, Duke Elton.
I serve the flaming fist.
Hello there, friends. May I have a word? Relax, I'm not here to hurt you. I know you've been attacked at almost every turn, but I am an ally true and sure. What do you want, friend? I have no time for idle chatter. Well met, stranger. What news do you bring, and why should I believe you? I serve the flaming fist. What do you want? I find your manner displeasing, though I suppose it has been your trials that have made you this way. I am an aide of Scars. His instructions are to follow you and see that you don't get into more trouble than you are worth. You seem capable of handling yourself, but I still think you would benefit from a visit to the Flaming Fist headquarters. Are you arresting me then? What does he have to say to me? I do not know. That is for you and him to discuss. He awaits you at the Flaming Fist headquarters in the southwest quadrant of the city.
Way ahead of you, boss.
I think my favorite voice line is from the bandits that sound like, Southwest? That sound like frat boys or something.
What you got for me? Top of my to-do list.
Where they kick him in the head till they're dead. Flaming Fist. The laugh they do, the nyah, or whatever. So I kicked him in the head till he was dead. It's so funny. You want to die every time you hear that, and often will because 20 idiots with bows are dangerous. I know. The one time I got ambushed
Yeah, I'll get right on
around
that.
like a lake or pond, and I just kind of went around. I loaded and went around them. I was like, no. Hey, Novinet, welcome. You hate 'em flaming fist pansies. Don't say that in front of Scar's face. At least not right now. Wait, where's Scar? I miss him. Fergus. Well, let me talk to the Duke.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
I am the law.
I am glad to have you back. So, what have you learned so far? We know that any incriminating evidence would be found with Realtar, the overall leader of the Iron Throne in Baldur's Gate. He's currently supposed to be at Candlekeep on some sort of business. Then there is only one thing to do. Travel to Candlekeep and learn what they are doing there. Whatever it is, it can't bode well for the fortunes of this city. Take this book. Without it, the keeper of the portal won't allow you entrance into the library. Here also is the reward money that I had promised you. Portal?
Your journey has come full circle.
Yahoo!
Duke Elton has asked that you travel back to Candlekeep, where you must spy upon the leaders of the Iron Throne. While it troubles you that such evil men now make use of the Great Library, and you wish the circumstances of your visit would be different, it will still be a pleasure to return to your former home.
I guess this is in Candlekeep Hall or whatever that we were not able to enter. Yay. My game crashed! What the? Hold on. Why'd you crash, game? Being a little hater? Alright, give me a second, give me a second. Doesn't want me to go back to Candlekeep. Righty. Baldur's Gate.
Yeah? What do you want? Huh?
Alright.
Way ahead of you, boss.
To the Flaming Fist.
Top of my to-do list.
I like taking the bandit scalps and having, what was her name? Vi something like that? Buy them off of me. But I hate how much inventory space they take up. Speaking of inventory space, I need to probably sell stuff. Let me do that first. Quill just casually bleeding out there, but it's fine. Yeah, he's lived so far, so just let him be.
Business has been poor with the iron shortage, you know.
Oh, you can't identify anything for me? Well. The inn,
Way ahead of you, boss.
The inn and tavern? Tavern and inn?
Hello? The Vigilant One
What you
knows
want?
of all your
I sense
sins.
evil in your party, friend. I cannot allow you or your evil companion to threaten the good people of Baldur's Gate.
Helm sees
Well,
all. Know that
Gandolin.
and be
Your
judged.
worthless lives end here.
The Vigilant One.
I cannot fall. Be direct.
You're fine, Dorn. I got mad items.
What you got for me this time?
Oh, this idiot.
The Vigilant One knows of all your sins.
How embarrassing for him. Oh, snap. Party's reputation decreased by 4. Oh well. Pick that up.
A rare display of intelligence, undoubtedly fleeting.
Oh, thank you, Edwin. Disliked. We were at 11.
Way ahead of you, boss.
Where's the bartender? Where'd you go? Okay, I'll go upstairs then. Come on,
Way
barkeep.
ahead of you, boss.
No, I'm slow.
You want some whiskey?
That's fine. Just rest. Okay. Hold on to this, please, Dorn. Thank you very much.
Yeah? Way ahead of you, boss. Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Alright. Now let's go back to Elton.
Way ahead of you, boss.
Hello there. Hello there.
Hello there. Oh wait, there was like a quest or something from Phandalin. Not a quest. There we go. My party has been attacked by Phandalin, an over-vigilant paladin loitering in one of Baldur's Gate's many seedy taverns. Mental note: when one deputy on a party of evil when one depends on a party of evil, steer clear of muscle-bound paladins.
Yeah,
It's
I'll
fine.
get
We
right
can
on
take him
that.
on. Yeah, Duke Elton John. Come on, mister. Come on, party. Gather.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
I am the law.
Your journey has come full.
Okay. Save. Don't crash on me. Okay. And I am back here. Perfect.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Keeper of the portal. Hello.
Hold, travelers! Before you will be allowed entrance, you must donate a tome of great value to our libraries.
We have the book you require. You have met the requirements to gain entry to our most holy library. It is fine to see the child of Gorion once again within these hallowed grounds. Please, have your less civilized friends refrain from causing trouble. We are very strict with the letter of the law, as you well know, Mr. Wigglefingers. I forgot he gave us a book. Book of Ancient Knowledge. I've returned to Candlekeep. I must find Realtar and expose, his connection to recent events. I should head to the central keep right away. Oh, I like the journal is separated by chapters too. Alright, right away, let's go. Dorn is so
Salutations. I am Catterley, a visitor of Candlekeep, like yourselves.
Pardon if I seem out of sorts, but the journey has been long and treacherous, and my labors age me so. May I inquire as to your name? I am certain I have seen your face before, but I cannot fully place it. Mr. Wigglefingers is my name. If it is any business of yours, I am Mr. Wigglefingers, and I called this place home many years ago. I'm sorry, but I don't have time to speak with you at the moment. Mr. Wigglefingers, then I know you well, though you may be hard-pressed to remember. I was last here years ago and conferred with your foster father as you were off to chores. I am not much your senior, really. Are you sure? I am certain you tire of hearing it, but that legion may have told you the same. But Gorion was well known to me. His death has been mourned by many. I do not wish to dwell on his death. I have moved on with my life, though I cherish the memories. His death is in the past and shall remain there. I am my own person and have my own concerns. I have received sympathy from many a person I have never met before. Who was he to receive such adulation? His death is in the past. You have Gorion's stubborn will, if not his reason. I will leave you to your tasks. There are some within the central keep who wish to speak with you, so it would be wise of you to visit there sometime. I'm going there right now, mister.
Way ahead of you, boss.
Read.
Excuse me, but I'm late for my classes.
Hey, I remember you. Your father was Gorion, wasn't it? You should see all the strange fellows who've come to the keep these days. 3 men work for that mercantile organization, Iron Throne, I think they called it. They've been meeting with the 2 spookiest people I've ever seen. It's like clockwork. Every day, they meet on the 3rd floor to discuss who knows what kind of dastardly plots. I'm sure they're just boring old merchants counting their money. Yeah, I'm sure.
Something on your mind?
One of the Candlekeep readers told me that the Iron Throne leaders have been receiving mysterious visitors on the 3rd floor. Mr. Wigglefingers, my child, look at you. Your face has gained some new lines since the days when I tutored you. I read that as tortured you. Same difference, right? Please, stay back. You were my tutor once, but who you are now, I cannot know. I'm sorry, Karen, but I can trust no one. Ah, Karen, you speak true, but it's not your fault. You prepared me as well as you could for what lay beyond these walls. I pray that I am prepared for what I shall find within them, now that I've returned. Why? What is wrong here? Shall I tell the Watchers? The Watchers are no more use than a bundle of sticks. Please, just tell me if you have seen anything strange in the library this past while. Yes, call the Watchers, but first tell me if you've seen anything strange about the library today. Yeah, why not? Strange. Why, yes. That is just the word I would have used for that Kovarus fellow. He was right here beside me, taking Alandau's prophecies from their place on the shelf and reading them. I could hear his voice, recognize the seer's words upon his quiet breath. But when I turned to steal a glance at him from the corner of my eye, it was the strangest thing. His eyes were closed and he was reciting page after page, as if from memory. He heard your footsteps, it seems, and wandered off. I was just returning the prophecies to their rightful place here. It might be wise to take a look. If this Kovaras is dangerous, though, I'm afraid I'm too old and bookish to be more than a hindrance. Forgive me, I must leave you now. Is that another doppelganger? According to my old tutor Karen, a visitor named Corvaras has demonstrated more than passing familiarity with the prophecies of Alando the Seer. Perhaps I should refresh my own memories of the prophecies. Afterward, I would like to question this Corvaras. Indeed. Where's the book? Oh god. No time for lore. I just want to take a peek though, actually. Letter? The spawn of the Lord of Murder are fated to come into their inheritance through bloodshed and misery. It is the hope of their father that only one shall remain alive to inherit his legacy. I foresee that the children of Baal shall kill each other in a bloody massacre. Who wrote this letter? And why is it in the bookshelf? The Moonsea.
These walls contain
Lurin.
the world's knowledge.
Well, dip me in broth and call me stewed if it isn't little Mr. Wigglefingers. Why, I haven't seen you for nearly, quite some time anyway. Get out of my way, old man. I have no time to speak with you. Hello, Theodon. How have you been? I still remember you running around the keep in your little swaddling clothes, pestering the elders and spooking the cows. Ain't that right, Jessup? Surely was. Yep, of course you never did stay in those rags of yours long. I don't have time for this, you old geezer. Goodbye. Yes, I remember, but how have you been? You'd be naked as a jaybird the moment someone turned their back on you. I remember the day that fella Blackstaff came floating in, and there you were, tearing around the outer keep with Gorion hot on your trail. Took the cloak right off his back, you did, and made yourself just the cutest little... Yes, I remember. Can we drop it, please? How have you been? Wait, I remember it all now. There was Kelvin Blackstaff, trying his hardest to look important while you ran through the stables with his cape tied around your waist. Such a lark, eh, Jessup? I thought I'd catch my death from laughing, I did. You and me both. Gorion was shaking like a leaf. He was so mad. As fun as this has been, I should really be going. Nobody was sure what to do, and then Kelvin mutters some words and catches you by the scruff of the neck with some sort of spectral hand. He hauls you out and drops you right in front of him, grabbing his filthy cape in the process. Everyone was scared they were. Weren't they, Jessup? Sure was. Scared witless. Yep, and then old Kelvin busts out the biggest laugh you've ever heard. Everyone in the keep was laughing like mad, except you, Mr. Wigglefingers. You just stood there naked as the day you were born and wondering what the fuss was about. I tell you, those were the days. You old farts. Yes, I think I'll be going now. Oh, certainly, little one. Stop by any old time, though. I've got some paintings of you as a youngster I'm sure your little friends would love to see. Remember the one Mr. Wigglefingers on the bearskin rug, Jessup? Surely do, in the buff as usual. Cute as a bug you were. Go play with your friends now. Go on. I'm just this grown man, and this dude's talking to me like...
Way ahead of you, boss.
Like an itty-bitty baby. Okay, where's the prophecies? I just want to know the prophecies. History of Cormyr. Do I want to read all this? Gongadol. Normal book. There's nothing in it. Alando, the wise founder of Candlekeep. Kalimshan. What's Kalimshan again? I think that was a spell. Right? Alando. Okay. God, there's... Why do they keep shelves in these little rooms? Why is he walking all the way around in the wrong room?
This way.
What you got for way ahead of you, boss?
Stop blocking each other. Stop it. History of Sembia. Already checked all those out.
What you want? I've done had enough of this.
Yeah? What do you want?
Web, I don't need that.
I'll get right on that.
History of Shadowdale 1. Dorn, can I borrow your shoes? I'm encumbered. There we go. Knock. Is that reader? Alright, are there rooms on the other side? No, actually. Okay. Alright, since that was everything. Party, let's go.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Let me return your shoes to you, Dorn. To be a little speedster. That took longer than me just walking normally. The cook. I love how all the cooks are so mean to us. Is there a reason why you're in my kitchen? Because Martha here don't like people messing with her kitchen. Ain't that right, Martha? Yeah, I don't like no snot-nosed brats causing trouble here. You better scram before I give you a whipping. Come on, gang. Come on, gang. History of Shadows L2. Blank. Okay, where's the stairs? Right here.
Our library is a man's harem of knowledge.
Oh my gosh. Hello, Mr. Wigglefingers. It is good to see you here once again. A pity you could not have returned during a more restful time. You were always a worrier. I'm sure all is well. What business is it of yours? You're a worrier. Perhaps you are right, though that Corvus fella still makes me nervous. I think he has had the same effect on others as well. Shistel has been quite unlike his normal self. I should go. Please enjoy your stay. My old friend Bendalus is suspicious about the new arrival Corvus.
Something stranger.
Also thinks Shistel has been acting oddly.
A great host will come from the east like a plague of locusts. So saith the wise Alando.
Is that you talking, Corvus? I thought I might find you somewhere around here. Allow me to introduce myself. Please do... ... My name is Corvus. I used to work for your father, running messages to his Harper friends in Waterdeep. Before he passed on, he entrusted this ring to me and asked that I give it to you should evil ever befall him. Will you take it? Well, evil befell him, all right. But I want nothing of your baubles. And what evil befell him, Corvus? If it is my father's will, then I shall wear it. Thank you for your kindness to him. What evil befell him? You were there. You saw it all. a woman, an armored figure, 2 ogres wielding clubs, and 2 archers. But Goriant's petty magic was of little use against him, was it not? And you fled with your tail between your legs, hiding amidst the trees until dawn broke, and now it comes full circle, doesn't it? The Iron Throne's so close that you can almost touch them and wreak your revenge for that night. You know me well, Coverus, and my father too. Give me that ring and let me find my vengeance. You're right, Coverus, I was there. Myself, my father, and 6 others who tried to kill us. Where were you if you know so much? If you would be so void of trust, I am surprised you have made it this far. It is of little matter. Go seek your vengeance or your doom at the hand of the Iron Throne. I wash my hands of it. Everyone was just saying how sus you are, mister. That's fine. Where's this book? Mr. Wigglefingers doesn't play along half the time. My goodness.
The Lord of Murder shall perish, but in his doom he shall spawn a score of mortal progeny. Chaos will be sown from their passage, so saith the wise Alondo.
Go on. Mr. Wigglefingers, you look distressed. What is it, child? Nothing. It's nothing. I just finding it very hot in here. There's trouble here, Chanter. You must help me. You are right. I have felt it too. Pray tell me how this aging frame can help you. I must know who visited this keep lately and where they have spent their time. As Chanter, you know the history of this keep better than any other. I have grown up here. I have played within its walls, but there were many places I was never allowed to go. I am older now, and I will go where I must please. Are there places of the keep which I was never told? There have been a few nameless scullery maids, some new watchers. As for visitors to the library, though, 2 men from the Iron Throne arrived. What was it, 2 days ago? 3? They're here for a meeting with 2 Knights of the Shield, who I believe made their arrival yesterday. Much of their time has been spent on the 3rd floor arranging preliminaries for the meeting. A man named Coverus has arrived as well, but he's mainly kept to himself, researching some of Alondo's prophecies regarding the time of troubles, which we keep on the 2nd floor. Other than that, well, there's only been you. So, Coverus is probably like some seer or something like that. From the Chanter, I heard that 2 representatives of the Iron Throne are meeting with 2 Knights of the Shield on the 3rd floor. Also, there was a stranger named Coverus who has been studying the prophecies of Alondo on the 2nd floor. Odd that they should all arrive near the same time. Odd indeed. Luck. Okay, let me go in this room first. Holy cow, everything is so spread out. Okay, Dorn, I'm gonna steal your shoes again. The character's too far away. God dang it, come here.
It shall be even bloodier than you hoped.
Oh, you're not wearing the shoes. That's why you're so slow, Dorn. My bad. Boots of the cheetah. Always nice to hear other people's investigation thought process.
What you got? Yeah? What do you want? Yeah, I'll get right on
I wonder how... Whoa! What the... How cold or hot I am to it. Probably cold. Watcher.
I should have joined the army.
Welcome home. Thank you! History of the Chosen Mistra. Priest of Oma.
These walls contain the world's knowledge.
The level coordinator. Orant? Who's Orant? You can find Orant in his apartment on the 6th floor. I wouldn't bother him there though. He doesn't like unannounced intrusions. There's 6 floors at least to this thing. History of the Bell in the Depths. I bet there's some nice lore in here with the other parts of the game. Other quests and the like. History of the North 1. History of Dragon Coast. Shadowsdale 3. This is 2. 4. Oh my god. Did I ever look at these? No, I did not. History of the North. I looked at that one, I think. Just to be safe. History of Tether. Well, since the book is not obviously called Prophecies of whatever, I forget. Alright, party. Gather around. Let's go upstairs. Hey, stairs? Stairs?
Way ahead of you, boss.
Oh, you think I have a very nice voice? Thank you. I appreciate that. It took a while for me to get used to hearing my voice.
Top of my to-do list.
Top of my to-do list. Dales in the Elven Court. No. Fateful Coin. Oh, that's the book I have, I think. No, it's not. No, it's the book I had to return to, what's that dude? That old dude. Priest of Oma. Reader. Reader. This place is huge. Oh my god. My dear sir, you must realize that it is manners that make the gentleman. So would you kindly prove that you are one by leaving? Are you talking to me or are you talking to them? The right people can afford to be rude, but this is not you. Leave now, before my irate companion Bruno's lets his temper get ahead of his reason. We're not even in the room with you, mister. Fine, we'll be on our way. You're the leaders of the Iron Throne. We're the ones who've caused you so much trouble over the past weeks. We know what you're all about, and soon, so will Duke Elton. You're the guys behind all the troubles from here to Baldur's Gate. Now that we have you where we want you, don't think we're gonna let you live. You would say you'd find it unlikely, but you guess everyone goes through the process of getting used to their own voice. Yeah. Especially if you, decide to stream or, like, record videos, for sure. It's good character development to get used to my voice. For me to get used to my own voice, I should say. We'll be on our way. Good riddance. I'm not a murderer. Maybe I should have murdered him. I couldn't kill Realtar in cold blood. Something strange is going on in Candlekeep. I shall investigate further. I'm still just going through every bookshelf. Dude, Shadowsdale, it's got some heavy lore. There's like 10 books. There's more upstairs. Let me save. Let me... Okay, since I rested, let me just heal Dorn up.
What do you need?
Come on, double heal. That is sufficient. You remember when you thought you'd read every book in the game? That was me with Oblivion. I was attempting to, and then it was just too much in one sitting. I need to like collect all the books in one place and then read it every here and there. Because when they're all in one place, then it's just like, oh god. The idea died quick, especially when there's a bunch of book series and you find them all out of order. Yeah, it's hard to remember. There's so many names and events and dates and places. Alright, you can take your paws of the cheetah back. Give me back my boots here. Let's go intrude. Bruno's Riotar. Tooth.
They are being spied upon.
Not to insult your demeanor on our first meeting, but I've met more considerate creatures in the darkest of dungeons. You had best have a good explanation for this intrusion. We were sure that these rooms were to be private. Well, maybe they should have had a door. This is a long way to come for privacy. What might you be talking about here today that's so sensitive? I don't care what you were assured. If I wish to interrupt you, I will. I will leave directly. Just go.
Out of my way, lest you want a rib roasting.
What do you think you're doing here, ya cork-brained louts? Get out here, I'll get me boys to rib roast ya, but good. Kester.
The Iron Throne demands much, perhaps more than the Knights of the Shield can give.
If you're just about done poking about this private room, please don't hesitate to get the bloody heck out. Okay, I assure you, I'm just entered the wrong room by mistake. Entered the wrong room? I care not a whit why you came in, as long as your exit proceeds with due haste. Consider this due warning. Stop scrolling down. Okay.
Huh? Yeah, I'll get right on
Yeah,
that.
we'll leave you alone. Let's go up. You can't just kill people in the library. The heck? Oma. Shistel.
Way ahead of you, boss.
Who the heck was Shistel again? You were mentioned. You were mentioned. Shistel has been acting oddly. Okay, that sounds like doppelganger to me.
Excuse me, but I'm late for my classes.
Can't kill people in the library. Not with that attitude. Very true. Leave me be, stranger. I've work to do. Mr. Wigglefingers respects the tomes. All the other monks give me a warm welcome. Why not you? It's so entitled. Do you not recognize me? It is Mr. Wigglefingers. Certainly. Mr. Wigglefingers. I did not recognize your face. My apologies. I trust your journeys have been comfortable. The Cloakwood can be cold at this time of year. If you will excuse me, I should go. How did you know I had gone to the Cloakwood? I have relatives in the region. Yes, they must have seen you and sent a note on your progress. How would they know who I was? I think you're lying. But Shistel, you never mentioned any family before. We are estranged and do not see each other often. There was no need to mention it. I really should be going now. There are things I must do. I think you are lying to me, Shistel. You are not the same man I knew. You would do well to leave me be. I tire of this game. Take your questions and go away, monkey. Oh no, I have many more questions to ask. For starters, who are you really? I am your death, foolish meat. I mean, if you're gonna attack me in the library, I'm gonna attack you. Greater doppelganger. A doppelganger stole Shistel's appearance. Fortunately, I forced the monster to reveal its true identity. Unfortunately, there must be more of this creature, more of the creatures disguised as others I know and trust. Where
What you
am
got for
I?
me
Let
this
me
top of my
not be on the
to-do
front lines. Spellcasting failed. Beautiful. The noise of a spell. He's finished. Ooh. Okay, maybe not.
I've done had enough of this.
Stop punching Emo in. Whoa.
My blade will cut you down to size.
Oh, morale failure. Laryl's Tear Necklace. I like that they describe what a necklace is in every necklace flavor text.
Yeah,
Description.
Way ahead of you, boss.
Anyways, where's the books? Come on, gang. Yeah, someone might not know. You gotta cover all bases. Just in case. Just in case. Watcher, you're not doing a very good job watching.
I should have joined the army.
I wonder if they force you to put on the ring that Cabarrus has. Cabarrus gives you so much Shadowsdale. One of your favorite historical anecdotes is that in a medieval Polish dictionary, the definition of horse was, "There's no need to describe a horse, for everyone knows what a horse is." They couldn't even be bothered. They were like, eh. And then that's like when they had the medieval arts of like animals and they look goofy because they didn't know how they worked. I guess these are the apartments, quote unquote. Can't go in here. So you have seen a cat before. Of course. Proceeds to paint a cat with a human face. Or like the babies with the creepy adult faces. They see things, but they're not like looking at things. Piato. Mr. Wigglefingers, good to see you. I trust you are well. As well as can be expected, Piato. How have you been? I feel as though life is dragging me along by a noose, Piato. Not good at all. Get out of my way, Piato. I am not in the mood to speak with you. How have you been? Oh, I pine for the days when you and Gorion still called Candlekeep home. You brought a bit of energy to these walls. I shall have to speak with you later at length. But for now, you must rest. Gorion's old room is the third on the south corridor, just as it was. I think there are a few things for you there as well. We shall see you later. I like how no one is paying Imoen any mind. Like, she came from here too. She was our bestie or something like that. Imoen, how do you feel being back home? My old friend Piato has informed me that some items were left in Gorion's chambers for me. I imagine that it is important for me to examine them. After I search Gorion's room, I should continue my investigation into the Iron Throne leaders. Piato greeted me warmly and welcomed me back to Candlekeep. He also said there may be some items left for me in Gorion's old room.
Way ahead of you, boss.
Third room from the south is what he said. Well, let me finish these. There's a reason for that. Uh-oh. Imoen, you got some secrets you're keeping? Or maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the doppelganger all along. Imoen was added last minute in game development, so you'd have a thief character for your party if you didn't play thief or didn't pick Cesar and Montaron. Oh. Has her in my party, doesn't use any of her thief skills. Wait, is this your room? It doesn't even say. Oh. Did I take it? I don't even know what it was. Trash? Is this it? Or is this your room, Piato? Ah. Oh, the third from above. Okay. Hello, Mr. Wigglefingers. If you are reading this, it means I have met an untimely death. I would tell you not to grieve for me, but I feel much better thinking that you would. Oof. There are things I must tell you in this letter that I might have told you before. However, if my death came too soon, then I would not have been given the chance. First off, I am not your biological father, for that distinction lies with an entity known as Ball. The Ball that I speak of is the one you know as a divinity. In the crisis known as the Time of Troubles, when the gods walked Faerun, Bal was also forced into a mortal shell. He was somehow forewarned of the death that awaited him during this time. For reasons unknown to me, he sought out women of every race and forced himself upon them. Your mother was one of those women, and as you know, she died in childbirth. I have been her friend and, on occasion, lover. I don't think I needed to know that. Okay, Gorion, I felt obligated to raise you as my own. I have always thought of you as my child, and I hope you still think of me as your father. You are a special child. The blood of the gods runs through your veins. If you make use of our extensive library, you will find that our founder, Alando, has many prophecies concerning the coming of the spawn of Bal. There are many who will want to use you for their own purposes. One, a man who calls himself Sarevok, is the worst danger. He has studied here at Candlekeep and thus knows a great deal about your history and who you are. Gorion needed me to know he was a player. Gorion, that just made Mr. Wigglefingers think less of you. But the spawn of Bal, but there's many spawns of Bal if he, like, had many children with many different races. What did that book say?
Huh?
I kept that book. I kept everything. At least I think I did. Or maybe I sold everything. Whoops. The book, was it Bal's children, the 3? Or was that some other 3 people? Or not people, but gods?
What you got? Yeah, I'll get right on that.
This is what happens when I haven't been studying.
Ha! In a war of virtues, thou art unarmed.
Ooh, insult me again. Only this time use your brain.
Yeah? What do you want? Yeah,
What?
I'll get right on that.
The story of the 3 was Bal and 2 others helping the previous god of murder. Okay. And then Bal won, I guess? Did he win? He took on immortal form. Priest of Oma. Maybe I should have read all those 10 novels about Shadowsdale. Where am I? They divided the power into various aspects of death. Yeah, I remember that too. They're the 3 horsemen of death. Quick save. Piato, you're just in every room. Okie dokies, let's go up again.
Our rules are very strict.
You there, stop and surrender yourself. You're accused of murdering the men Brunos Kostak, Thaldar Tenhevich, and Realtar Anchev. If you give yourself up now, you will be assured of a fair trial. I didn't murder anyone, and I'm not surrendering to the likes of you. I didn't murder anyone, so I'm perfectly willing to go to trial. My innocence of this accusation should be refuted quickly within any fair court of law. Come on, I'm not that stupid. I'm not surrendering to the likes of you. Don't let this happen, Mr. Wigglefingers. If you resist, I'll be forced to use lethal force. Now that you put it that way, take us to your prison. Bring it on. Bring it on. It saddens me that it has come to this. Oh god. Hold on.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Maybe run away.
Top of my to-do.
Oh god. What the heck?
What you got for me? Top of my yeah? Way ahead of you,
Why
boss.
can't I move? Am I dead? Is this a scripted thing?
Top of my to-do list. What you got for me this time?
Well,
If I go too long without rest, I'll end up as stupid as you.
I'll get ready.
No. There we go. Oh, that's funny. Okay, let's not resist arrest.
Way ahead of you, boss.
Our rules
Top of my
are
to-do
very
list.
strict.
Catch me if you can. I'm not surrendering. Now you put it that way, take us to your prison. I'm glad you still have some of the sense Gorion taught you. Please, follow me. I'm sure everything will be sorted out quickly. It really was some Looney Tunes logic there. Is that me or is that Edwin in the red? I don't even know. Orant. So, Mr. Wigglefingers, you have sullied your father's name by defiling his home and bringing ruin to a peace that has lasted for centuries. I spit on you and all your friends. Your transgressions will be punished in the most severe form. I formally accuse you of the murders of Brunos Kostak and Realtor Anchev. Fine, do your worst, you old coot. But I've done nothing wrong. Why have you accused me of such a thing? You were seen fleeing the site of the murder by the guest known as Kovaras. Oh, the framing. Oh. Maybe we should have murdered in the library. No, but then we would have actually been the ones who have killed the Brunos and Realtor. From everything we have seen and found, it is not hard to figure what your purpose was. From what I have been told, you have been trying to place all the misfortune of the Sword Coast squarely on the shoulders of the Iron Throne. I assume you and your friends are assassins in the employ of Am. Perhaps you were sent up north to create discord in the region before an Omnian invasion. It matters little. You and your friends are to be sent to Baldur's Gate where an appropriate punishment will be administered. We just got here from Baldur's Gate, that's fine. And then the Duke was like, oh, you suck, and executes us. We want a lawyer. Hello, young one. I am Tethra. Are you the one that I be giving the books to? I am sorry to see thee in such terrible circumstances. I know thee well enough to see that you have been falsely accused. Tomorrow, Orant will most likely sentence thee to be sent to Baldur's Gate. There, thou wouldst receive the death penalty for these actions. I know that Gorion would not want to see his only child killed a scant few weeks after his own death. 'Tis a favor to his memory that I would help thee escape. Make thy way through the catacombs beneath the library, but disturb them not. I have your possessions with me. You must take them and go with haste. Do you know anyone by the name of Kovaras? I know of no one named Kovaras, but Kovaras, in the reverse, is the reverse of Saravok. A young man who accompanied the leaders of the of the Iron Throne when they first came. I know not where he has gone. Oh, they got me there. It is now time for you to go, Mr. Wigglefingers. I can teleport you to the secret room that leads to the catacombs, but there you are. You are on your own. Yeah, it's all coming together. You must be careful within the catacombs, as there are many guardians and traps. Oh god. And perhaps whoever planned these murders. However dangerous the catacombs may be, they are a safer alternative to Alrint's wrath. It went completely over your head when you first played. I mean, they both do sound like nice fantasy names. Kavaros I like more than Saravok. Teleport us to the secret library. We're as ready as we'll ever be. Why can't you teleport us outside of Candlekeep? Candlekeep is protected by powerful runes that seal it from divinatory and alteration magics. If I were to teleport you outside of Candlekeep, you would be ripped asunder when you came in contact with the protective field. Trust me, child, this is the only way. I don't get to say thank you again. Tutorial. All my stuff is here. Oh, geez. As someone has gone to a lot of trouble to ensure that Orant thinks we murdered the leaders of the Iron Throne. Who would want the Iron Throne leaders dead? Other than us, that is. But are they actually murdered, or are they just doppelgangers that got murdered? Tetsural has freed me from my imprisonment, knowing that I am not guilty. He has sent me to the catacombs beneath Candlekeep, where I should be able to make my escape. I must then travel to Baldur's Gate to stop Saravok, or Kovares, as he has been calling himself recently. Oh, he thinks he's so clever. And he actually is. Okay.
Top of my to-do list.
Are there books in the catacombs? That's a lot of spells. Monster summoning 2. You know what? Let me take these identify scrolls. Level 4. That's too complicated. Shadow door. Level 5. The wizard creates the illusion of a door. The illusion also permits the wizard to appear to step through this door and disappear. In reality, he has darted aside and can flee. Okay. Let's... with the spell memorized, go to the description of an unidentified item and press the identify button. The chance of identifying is 100%. Cool. Learn this. Oh, Quail, you're coming in handy. Okay. What is this? Spook? Get that out of here. I need a lot of identify right now for the stuff in my inventory. Deafness? No, that's not good for me. You don't even need this. I don't even be using that. Do another cure light wounds. Have a lot of poison, slow poison already, I think. Maybe I'll do another silence. Oh wow. Animate dead, cure disease, cure medium wounds. Dispel magic. No, dispel magic is probably better. Nah, you're probably gonna succumb to effects. Glyph of warding, holy smite, miscast magic. Oh, but it's one. It's a target. Protection from fire. Remove curse. Remove paralysis. Rigid thinking. Strength of 1. Unholy blight. Zone of sweet air. Let's just cure medium wounds. Okay. What is this? Oh, silence. Okay, you got. Okay. Ooh, okay. Yeah, you can cure medium wounds too. My gosh. Glitter dust. Dispel magic haste. Oh. Yeah, get the dispel magic, Edwin. Actually, fireballs would be cool for you. A fireball is an explosive burst of flame that detonates with a low roar and delivers damage proportional to the level of the wizard who cast it. A 15-foot radius. Flame arrow haste. Minor global invulnerability. Spider spawn. Domination. Oh yeah, I did make you learn those spells, didn't I? Nothing there, and then just me. Okay, save. Rest.
What do you need?
Okay, so how do I use this?
If I'm so smart, what am I doing down here?
Identify, right click on item to use. Okay. Let's do these bracers. Oh, I guess he has to hold it. That's fair. That makes sense. I'm still just holding these Ankeg shells. I'm sure I need them for like a side quest, but I probably won't need it in this playthrough. Okay, bracers identify with a spell. Braces of defense AC 7. What? Okay. Does that do anything for anyone? That makes you worse. That does nothing. That makes you worse. That makes me worse. Okay, cool. Useless. I guess the shield I will identify next. Medium shield +1. That is boring. Yeah, put this. Throw this on the ground. I don't need that. I guess the short bow I'll do next. Protector of the Druids +2. Eagle bow. In order to protect their community from an encroaching orc logging encampment, the hero of Hannibal the White was given this magnificent bow of the by the Druids of Gulthmere Forest. A deathly confrontation followed when the loggers dared to try to cut down a great oak tree, nearly killing the Druid linked to it. With the help of the powerful forest animals, Hannibal slew entire bands of orcs before any more damage was inflicted upon the wood. The orcs were forced to abandon their plans, lest they suffered the continued wrath of Hannibal and the forest. Needless to say, the hero who aided the grateful Druids lived happily, nay, very happily ever after. Alright, Emoin, take this. What do you even have now? Just a regular short bow? Okay, throw that on the ground. Your kind of adventurer. Do you use maces, Mr. Smarty Pants over here? No, you use clubs, which is a silly weapon class to learn because it's just a club. Alright, I'll just leave these for now. Alright, we should probably heal you up, mister. You grunted? I like how his spellcasting voice is much different from his actual voice. Alright, save. Let's go.
Yeah? What do you want? Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Traps, they said, so I guess we'll just walk very slowly.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
What you want? This way.
They only recorded one casting voice and called it a day. Fair enough. That'd be a lot of work to program or add like the other voices in for the appropriate characters.
Hello there.
I see you.
What you got for me? Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Flydia. Why do you sound familiar? Are you someone? My book! You stole my book, you cur! Flydia. Oh! Were you the lady outside of... Is it Baragost? Is this the lady that was waiting for her husband and then I told her husband was dead and then she like attacked us? Oh no. This is a lady in Candlekeep who... Something about us finding a book
What do you want?
Yeah. Well... RIP.
There's something most unnatural here and I want yep.
And I want yep.
This way.
Yeah, she lost a book near where the cows are. Yes. Any traps in here? Who's the...
Yeah,
what's the
I'll
name of
get
the
right on
lady
that.
whose husband... It's like not an
This way.
official quest, but you can like update her that you found her husband's body.
What's your top of my to-do list?
Huh, you're a queer. I've done had enough of this.
Yeah? Way ahead of you, boss.
What you want?
Alright,
This
you
way.
win. What was it? 1 every 6 seconds you do a check? This thing is huge. Okay, let's go back. Can you take it on? Yeah. This is honestly why sometimes you just get tired and sprint down the corridor and then reload. Yeah. That's what I've been doing. But I'm like, let me maybe try to play this game the way the mechanics were intended.
Huh?
Right, gang?
What you got? Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Yep.
Oh, do you know what Turn Undead does? Like, I've
Yeah?
turned it on.
What do you want? Top of
I don't
my
notice
to-do
anything
list.
different. But maybe I didn't, like trigger, maybe it's not like the right, conditions
I care not.
for it to work.
This way.
I care not. Well, hello there. Oh, wait. Oh, jeez.
Huh?
Huh, you're a queer
Tempest,
fella. I'm gone.
Give us victory!
My blade will cut you down to size.
What you got? Way ahead of you, boss.
Emoin
What
is
you want?
encumbered.
This way.
Yeah? Top of my to-do list.
Yep. This way.
How big is this area? It's pretty big.
Huh?
Your worthless lives end here.
I care not. I am gone.
Who are you attacking? Branwyn?
My blade will cut you down to size.
Oh my god, there's a lot of them. That's fine.
What you got for me this time?
I can take them all like this.
Give us victory!
Emoin,
gone.
stop getting damaged.
Yeah? Way ahead of you, boss.
Stop getting attacked.
This will not be a quick death. This will not be a quick death. This will not be a quick death.
Huh? Yeah, I'll get
Love
right
that
on
he
that.
says that and then kills them immediately. Whoa, buddy. Angel skin ring, that's for that dude. My inventory's full. I could identify this ring. Antidote. The color seems strange somehow. That's suspicious. Adventar's Gift, the Ring of Free Action. This ring was given to the reef scavenger and hunter known only as Adventar by a group of aquatic elves, long his friends. His help in routing the pirate queen, Yenendra of Dambrath, was instrumental in their survival, though Yenendra continues to be feared anywhere the water meets land. Special, the wearer is immune to everything, magical and otherwise, that affects mobility in any way. This includes haste and slow spells. Would that affect Dorn's, boots?
I will try to keep up.
Yeah. Let me give this to Branwyn, I guess. What the heck do you have? Infravision? You don't need that.
Peter, try to
There we
keep
go.
up.
What you got? Yeah, I'll get right on that.
This is a stinky pile. Potion of Fortitude, Potion of Giant Strength. Don't need any of that, but I will carry it.
Yeah? Top of my to-do list.
What you want? I'm gone.
Huh?
Your worthless lives end here.
Victory!
So that's critical hit averted.
Yep. I'm gone.
What you... Way ahead of you, boss.
I care not. I've done had enough of this.
Oh, Jesus Christ, that scared me. Whatever. Whatever. There we go, there's one. I think my least favorite traps are still the ones in Cloakwood with the spider web. That was annoying. Oh, run away. I need backup. Yeah, friggin' phase spiders indeed. At least I was able to run away. What? Oh, that was close. Run away from them. Okay, dead end. Good to know. Oh my god, look how close I was. Oh, 1 pixel away. We're crawling along in the dungeon. You could say we are dungeon crawling. Dead end. Oh, okay, it's just 3 damage. 3 damage, 3 damage. Nothing to worry about. Any other traps I should be knowing about here? Alright, leaving. Or I should say, going back to gather my party. My party, let's kill this spider first.
Way ahead of you, boss. Huh? Top of my to-do list.
Where are you guys going? Come here.
Again, you disturb
Come
me,
here.
if I must.
Speak, it shall be even bloodier than you hope.
What you got? Top of my to-do list.
My blade will cut you down to size.
Good.
You're a queer fellow. I'm gone.
Oh,
yeah? What do you want?
You are as directed for now.
Tempest, give us victory!
What you want?
What is it now?
Huh? Yeah, I'll get right on that. What you got for me this time?
I think it's creepy
Yeah,
that phase
way
spiders
ahead of you,
phase
boss.
without any effect. Any visual effect. They just literally teleport.
Yep. I'm gone.
Well, come over here, mister.
Huh? Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Tempest, give us victory!
Ooh, emo win.
Can I help you?
Uh-oh, this is bad.
I care not.
We're in a tiny corridor.
Your worthless lives end here.
What you got for me this time?
You're a queer. I'm gone.
Yeah? What do you want?
What you want? I'm gone.
Huh? Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Thy Tempest shield!
Alright, please heal her.
What do you need?
Redirect.
What is your command?
What you got? Way ahead of you, boss.
That looks suspiciously like the exit. Or
This way.
something important. Traps? Oh! Ew. Yeah, traps. It's locked. The hole in the wall is locked. That's fine. Okay, nothing is actually here. Cool.
Yeah? What do you want? Top of my to-do list.
Thorn just can't wait.
I care not. This way.
Pushing them ahead of me. Trap? Trap? No trap? Save? Trap? Locked. I'll give one attempt. That's fine.
You're a queer fellow.
Huh? Top
Back
of my to-do
here.
list.
That's a dead end, so we gotta go here.
What you want? This way.
Oh. Yeah, buddy. I'm glad the range is pretty big for the detect trapped and illusions. Nothing else here. Okay.
What
Let's
you
go
got for me this
here.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Yep. I'm gone.
Haha. Yeah, that's what I thought, buddy. Okay, disarm this.
I care not.
Okay, where am I missing? Am I missing something? This is the whole map, is it not?
Yeah? What do you want? Top of my to-do list.
Stairs. That's where I came from, right? Oh. Where did I come from?
Huh? Yeah, I'll get right on that.
It was right there. If it came from here or here, but it was right there. Let's check up here first.
What do you need?
There we go. I just got experience, you know, clearing out that floor. Dreppin. Poisoned Nessa, have you? And to think I would have left this keep with the likes of you. Rar fleshling. Who's Nessa? Is that the cow?
My blade will cut
Not
you
the
down,
cow,
Nessa.
man. Not Nessa.
You're a queer fellow. This way.
I just have to kill everyone, or at least people wearing the faces of everyone I knew in Candlekeep. My tutorial bros.
By Moradin's hammer!
Revor, spy, traitor, fight for the rats, will ye? Fickle as the wind ye are, fickle as the wind. We have a name for ye type. It is I, and I've never known one I didn't hang with my own two hands.
Time is done, primates!
Hold on, buddy, let me get my party. Let me grab my party. Wait a second. I know you want to kill me.
What you got for me this time, yeah? What do you want? Top of my to-do list.
Your worthless lives end here.
What you want? I'm gone.
They could have had so much fun lore with Emo in, but since they just, she was a last minute addition. Run away before he turns into a doppelganger. I need my party.
Huh? Way ahead of you, boss.
Seek my comfort, will you? Aye, I'll show you a sweet and silent comfort if you'll let me, wasteling. Who are you? Arcanus? Dieter? That's kind of a satisfying death noise, not gonna lie.
I'm gone.
I am gone. Oh. Skeleton? Hold on a second. She's only at like less than half HP. Hold on a second.
What's your top of my to-do list?
I need a swig of some strong dwarven ale.
By the gods, that thing was young Dreppin. What is going on, Mr. Wigglefingers? Obi asked us to search for you here, but this is far more foul than any of his most fearsome illusions. That thing was a doppelganger, just like you. Out of respect for the face you wear, Mirakin, I might just let you live. Flee this place before I change my mind. It's a long story, Arcanus. I have no time to tell it to you. Be gone before you get the same as Dreppin. They were right about you, Mr. Wigglefingers. You've become a monster. I know not what forces chase you in these depths, but two have just joined their number. Come, Dieter, in Gorian's good name.
Leave us alone, will you?
Uh-oh.
Nothing for you here.
Who's Arcanus? Did I meet him?
My blade will cut you
Oh, that's
down
sad.
to size.
Well,
I've done had enough of this.
we're evil.
It's a wonder your brains can keep you breathing. Try to behave.
Try to behave. I'm sorry about that. I don't need arrows. Quality battle axe. I don't need that either. I didn't mean to kill you. I mean, you attacked us first, so we're really we're despised. Emo-Win, don't leave us. She'll leave us for dead. Anyways, quick save.
Yeah? What do you want?
I care not.
Huh? Way ahead of you, boss.
I know there be skeletons here.
Tempest, give us victory!
That's a lot of them.
This will not be a quick death.
What you got for me?
You got this coming!
It's a nice skeleton noise.
Yeah? Yeah, I'll get right on that.
You're a queer fellow. I'm gone.
I'm gone. Ooh.
Huh? Yeah, I'll get right on that.
What you want? I'm gone.
What you way ahead of you, boss?
Your worthless lives end here.
That is a big line of them.
Your worthless lives end
Yeah?
here.
What do you want?
You could go about this a smarter way, but I'm just gonna go about it the simplest way I know.
Blade will cut you down.
Top of my to-do
Your
list.
worthless lives end here.
Hello?
Lives end here.
If Tempus wills it.
This will not be a quick death.
That's fine.
Huh?
Alright, is Bramlin infected by something? No, she has free action.
What? Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Yep. I'm gone.
We already activated this trap. Let's go back to where we were. Oh.
Yeah? What do you want? Top of my to-do list.
Where are you going?
Huh?
Oh. Elminster! Oh god, we're evil. Or are we? Mr. Wigglefingers, stop this madness, child, I beg of thee. Thou hast soaked these halls with the blood of innocence, and I cannot permit it to go further. Stay back, stay where you are. The one with you wears the face of my stepfather, and I know him for dead. Reveal your true nature, doppelganger. You are no more an Elminster than I am Dritz the Drow. Explain yourself, and if I see anything move beside your lips, I'll kill you where you stand or die trying. This is a predicament. Because I remember Elminster disappeared. He would visit us at every town, and then it would be Tethril was the one who greeted. Was Tethril the one who greeted us at Baldur's Gate, or was that still Elminster? I know him for dead.
Awake, my adopted child. Awake. Face the terrible tests ahead of thee.
Yo, they're trying to gaslight us right now? It's okay, Mr. Wigglefingers. It's alright. I didn't die that night, nor have I yet. The blade that you thought slew me had been treated with a magical poison. It left me, a living soul and a lively mind, imprisoned in a body that gave all appearance of death. The man you saw that night is called Saravok, and he has been in the keep for 3 days, passed under the reverse alias Kovares. Tethril kept watch on him, but in our foolishness, we never thought that he might have done others with him. Please, child, I have loved you too much to lose you now. No.
Greetings, young one.
You're all here in cahoots. Elminster and I had suspected it for some time. With Saravok away from his lair, Elminster was at last able to locate your stepfather and bring him to safety. Then why would he write letters saying that he's dead? Forgive me, Mr. Wigglefingers. I should have told you earlier, but to raise your hopes only to see them dashed to pieces all over again, there is too much heart left in this bony cage for me to have done that. Please, child, sheath those weapons and sheath thy madness too. Come with us and we shall see thee at last to safety. Who? But Tethril was the one who freed us from the catacombs, so... or freed us from the prison. Yes, Elminster, guide me from this place of horror, that I may spend a gentler moment at the sight of my stepfather. I know you, Mirakin, and you be no more in Elminster than I'm Dritz the Drow. You said these walls were soaked with innocent blood. Then who was it that chased me down these wretched halls, calling my name in voices I once knew, only to close and attack in traitorous form?
Everything will be explained to you in time.
By all that is good, Mr. Wigglefingers, what have they done to your mind to haunt it so? Your old friend Dreppen lies tangled in his own entrails, and foolish Flydia, she ran down here to offer a mother's shoulder, and you have butchered her like the monster you perceived her to be. The gods have no mercy on we ragged mortals, it appears. Oh my gosh, did we get some... We're going psycho, and we're seeing everyone has a doppelganger. Or everyone is actually a doppelganger. God! I am a doddering and elderly fool for having let it come to this. There stood I, Elminster the Arrogant, nudging and prodding but never taking action, the most powerful mage in the realms reduced to a meager puppeteer. Listen close, Mr. Wigglefingers. With the help of doppelgangers and some powerful mages, or magics, Sarevok has encased thee within a vast and frightening illusion. I was unsure whether I could even penetrate it to reach thee. The time has come for a leap of faith, child. Thou must fling aside this foul illusion and let us lead thee back to reality where Sarevok is fightable. But I didn't accept the ring from Cabarrus. I'm sure the ring would have done something. This is crazy. I dream only of a warm bed and some light to wake me from this nightmare. I shall follow you, Elminster, and trust you fully. If this is madness, leave me to it. If you flee now, I shall not attempt to kill you. Wow, this is so crazy. I don't trust them. Then, fleshling, go mad, if you will, and feel the rasp of our claws against your mind. Greater doppelganger. Try to gaslight me, will you?
What you got for me this time?
Where is he? He is way back there.
What is your command?
It's Bramwin and Dorn.
Hello? My temper shield!
Yeah? What do you want? What you got
to
for me
fillet
this time?
some meat.
You got this coming!
Again, you disturb me.
Dorn, level up. Let's do that right now. Additional weapon proficiencies +1. They could reduce by 1. Yahoo! Wait, is the bow in his inventory a short bow or a long bow? I don't remember. I guess sword and shield style since you have it. Never gonna use that, but sure.
Yeah? What do you want? Huh?
My blade will cut you down to size.
What you got for me this time?
You got this coming!
Okay,
Yeah?
Mr.
What do you
Wigglefingers
want?
level up. Well, my sling that I've been using this whole time. Let's get proficient in it. Okay. You may choose one spell to put in your spell book. These will be the spells that your character currently has the ability to cast. Remove magic, skull trap, wrath form. When the spell is cast, the wizard and all of his gear become unsubstantial. Oh. Nah, that sounds confusing. Remove magic. This is the combat version of Dispel Magic. It will only affect opponents. Oh, nah. Wait. This includes effects given from spells, potions, and certain magical items such as wands. It does not, however, affect enchanted magical items. Nah. The clairvoyant spell empowers the wizard to see in his mind the geographical features and buildings in the region he is currently exploring. No. Detect illusion. Nah. Dire charm. Can you just fire paste? Oh, it's a radius. Oh, all creatures affected function at double their normal movement rate, gain a -2 initiative bonus, but receive an extra attack per round. Thus, a creature moving at 6 and attacking once per round would move at 12 and attack twice per round. At the instant the spell is completed, it affects all allied creatures in a 15-foot radius centered on a point selected by the caster. Nah, maybe I don't like that. Melf's minute meteors. Non-detection. Let's just do fireball, flame arrow, fireball. 50-foot radius. I think I'm gonna accidentally kill myself if I do that. Flame arrow, ghost armor. Flame arrow, learn. No, let's do fireball. No. Yeah, no, let's do flame arrow. Because Edwin has fireball. Edwin can be the one that kills everyone.
Huh? Top of my to-do list.
Only the truly inept would resort to such evil as this. I'll not stand much more. You grunted?
What's your you grunted? What's your alignment, mister? You're neutral?
Way ahead of you, boss.
So those two are not... They were the ones who attacked me first, though.
I've done had enough of this.
I don't know. This is so convoluted.
This way.
Something on your mind?
Huh? Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Who is it now? Karen? Dullard, insolent waif. I tried to instruct you, tried to make you wise, but it was like drawing compassion from a Zent. You are a nothing child, and you will soon become much less. This really is just psychological damage, man.
What you want?
What the?
What you
came back?
This time?
My blade will cut you down to size.
Yeah? Way ahead of you, boss.
Or maybe for the morale failure, maybe... God, I'm confused. It could go either way.
This way.
Yo, that's...
Way ahead of you, boss.
That'd be so cruel. I think I'm not a good party. I think this would do me actual psychic damage. Okay, hold on. Let's go to these rooms first.
I care not. I am gone.
I should have joined the...
Yeah? Top of my to-do list.
Okay, who are you? Bowler. Fetch bolts, I said. Should have told you to lick my boots clean, you mound of flesh.
This will not be a quick death.
I mean, y'all got gems on you.
You're a queer fellow. I've done had enough of this.
Huh? Top of my to-do list.
What you want? This way.
Top of my to-do list.
Yep.
We're the son of Baal.
I'm gone.
God of murder? One of the gods of murder? Or are we just doing what he wants?
Yeah.
We're just murdering
top of
everyone?
my to-do list.
Is it god of murder or god of death? This is crazy.
I care not.
Huh? Way ahead of you, boss.
You're a queer fellow.
You grunted?
This way.
My hotel's as clean as an elven arse.
Way ahead of you, boss.
No, but then why would
My
Tetrol send us
hotel's
down
as
here in the
clean as an
catacombs
elven
knowing that there's... Tetrol is not who he seems to be. Maybe? Lost your sense of humor, have ye? Aye, I've heard what you've been telling all your little friends. That old Winthrop was a hankering for a little elven arse every now and then. Come here, my pretty, and I'll soon change your mind. Who are you talking to? None of us are elves. None of us are... I mean, we got some half-elves, but...
You are so irritating.
Alright, level up. Oh, you're also using a sling with penalty.
Yeah? What are you way ahead of you, boss?
What you want? I've done had enough of this.
Huh? Way ahead of you,
Yep,
boss.
I'm gone.
What would they... Oh, this is not even disguised.
My blade will cut you down to size.
Why do they scream like that? Are they like... Is our mind being messed with? My mind's being messed with right now.
I'll get right on that.
Okay. Detect.
This way.
Like, what are these catacombs? What are they doing under Candle Keep?
Yeah? What do you want?
Your
You're
worthless
clear.
lives
I've
end
done
here.
had enough of this.
Huh?
Well, we're all leveling up, so I'm happy about that. What was that? Tear necklace? Laryl's tear necklace. Who's Laryl? Anyways, carry that.
What you want?
Additional skill points 25. Well, let's just give you 5 of this. Detect. Oh, I have 0 detect illusion? Let's detect illusion. I didn't even know that this was 2 separate things.
I've done had enough of this.
What? Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Yep, I'm gone.
This is a dead end. Oh no, that's a door. Okay. I'm not even gonna bother looking down there. Is this layout similar to... kind of similar to the Candlekeep
I'll get right
library?
On that. Huh? Yeah, I'll get right on that.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Are there gonna be traps here?
I care not. This way.
What you got for me this time?
I'm gone.
Pratt. Who are you? I've been expecting Saravok, not some ragtag band. We're other members of Saravok's band. We were sent to help you. We're the mercenaries who've been causing the Iron Throne so much hurt. None of your business, now out of my way. We're gonna get you. I thought as much. You won't get by me and my band without a fight. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on, don't do that.
What do you want?
Improved invisibility.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Well... Boar? Sakul. Get this guy.
For now.
Tam. He's invisible. Okay. Lord.
Huh?
Quail. Okay, let me and just silence everyone here, please.
The stupid will fall
What you got for me this time?
Dorn is confused. Dorn is stunned. He might need help.
What do you want?
Uh-oh.
What do you need?
Uh-oh. Oh, wait. Emo. What happened to Emo in? When did she die? When did she die? Emo and death. Tam. Oh. Ode.
Yeah? What do you want? Top of my to-do list.
Okay, gang. Let's rest.
You close your eyes tonight, and Candlekeep wins its way into your dreams. With a flash of memory, you are a runt of a child once more. Gorion dragging you through the gates of the Citadel. Aged as he ever was, you still have to run to keep up with him. He has an important meeting with Ulrant, the Keeper of the Tomes. An important meeting about you. Funny, you don't remember it. As you stand outside the doors of the inner keep, you can hear the shouting from within. Gorion is uncharacteristically loud and seems quite irate. You don't know why he bothers, really. No one seems to want the two of you around. As you trace patterns in the water of a fountain, a reflection distracts you from the argument. A large raven has perched atop a stone wall and stares directly at you with huge black eyes. You stare back through the mirror of the water and are suddenly afraid to meet the bird's gaze any other way. It has claws for feet. You think to yourself, little skeletal claws. The doors of the keep suddenly swing open and Ulrant storms out. He glances at you for a moment, but looks away as he speaks. You both can stay, he sneers, but mark my words, that child will be the death of you. A flash of memory once more, and Gorion walks out of the keep as he is today, dead. You drop your gaze back to the water so as not to see. The raven is gone, but your own image remains. Your eyes are black, like those of a bird. Like father, like child, the reflection says. You wake with a yell, predictably unrested.
We're a doppelganger. Oh wait, hold on. Okay, so these gain special ability things, I have not been gaining them. I don't know if that's because I am a sorcerer or what, but giant spider, that's fine.
I'm gone.
Stop taking Emo in, man. She has like no armor.
What you got? Top of my to-do list.
Unnatural here, and I want no part of it.
Okay. I'm despised. I mean, that's like how it sounded like it was in that dream.
Yeah? What do you want?
Let me heal. Just kidding, we were not rested. Okay,
what
looks
you got
like we'll
for me
never
this
be
time?
rested.
Way ahead of you, boss.
Let's go here and rest. You can hear whispering.
You got this coming!
Okay, seems like I will not rest here. One more time. One more time. Okay, cool. We did rest. Let's heal.
What do you need?
Why does Dorn have so much health? Jesus.
Yeah? What do you want?
That should be enough.
Way ahead of you, boss.
Okay, since I know where
Way
this
ahead of you,
dude
boss.
is, I am going to... Hold on. I want to just silence you first.
Again, you disturb me.
Everyone else can wait.
Huh? Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Pratt saved, Sakul, Tam, and Boris silenced. Jesus. Oh, okay, you just hurt your buddies, that's fine. Fine by me. Please don't attack me. I'm very important. Who's casting a spell? I thought you guys were silenced. Oh, crap.
Can I help you?
Do an acid arrow. Why not?
Redirect.
Kill this mage, dude.
Hello?
You can also kill this mage.
You are so irritating.
Cast to sleep. Let's see if that works.
What you want?
Yeah?
I am running
yeah,
away.
I'll get right on that.
Face spider? Where? Where's this face spider? Emoin saber spell. Dorn. Face spider save. Sleep did nothing. Sleep did nothing on y'all. Okay, Emoin, run away from this guy who looks like he's gonna attack you. Mr. Wigglefingers, you can. You can. I didn't. I'll just, yeah, do that.
What is it now?
Edwin, you can, magic missile. Actually, magic missile this guy. Emoin, just run away from this dude. Oh, shoot. What's happening? Oh, cannot target spells on invisible or sanctuary creatures. Stop attacking Dorn!
What do you need?
Are you doing anything, mister? Let's get this guy.
Speak and be gone.
Again, you disturb
What you
me.
got for me this time? Yeah? What do
You
you
two
want?
can run
Yeah,
this way.
I'll get right on that.
What's happening? Someone died. Or no one. Who died? Tam died. Okay. Good. You two.
Temper shield.
Dorn, focus on Pratt. Wait, where's Pratt? Oh, you are focusing on Pratt. Never mind.
I will listen for now.
Mr. Wigglefingers. Maybe run back here. Quail. How much ammo do you have left? You got some. Let me attack this dude. You can attack this dude. Anyone's not doing anything, so attack this dude. Okay, he died. Need to get Sakul. Okay, awesome. And everyone get Boar.
Worthless lives end here.
What are you doing? Dorn. Are you guys stuck?
Shall be. Even blood this will not be a quick death.
Sheesh.
Yeah, top of my to-do list.
Okay. Give me that, give me that, give me that. Give me the letter, give me all these. Give this and this and this and these. My god, they got a lot of spell scrolls that they're not using. My schemes have come together in a most satisfying manner. The mercenaries who have plagued my every step are now imprisoned, accused with the murder of Realtar, Brunos, and Thaldorn. Learn as much as you can about the fate of the mercenaries, and then meet me back at Baldur's Gate. I apologize for leaving you here alone, but it was necessary to return to the city so as to take Realtar's position as Chief of Operations. If things proceed smoothly, I will be a Grand Duke within a few weeks. Are you, like, also a son of Baal? Dart, money, flail. I think that's like one of the first times I've seen a flail out in the wild.
Huh?
Save. How many heal spells do I have left? Are you, imprisoned? Where are you, Branwyn?
Can I
Speak
help
and be gone.
What status do you have? You're stunned. Okay.
What do you need?
What you got for me this
What
time?
you want?
I will listen for now.
May Auril bestow a frost kiss upon our enemies.
You grunted.
Yeah? Top of my
Let's get
to-do
this
list.
face spider. Unless if it's dead already. All these rats. Bats. Sorry, I can't read. Alright. What in tarnation? Oh! It's sword spider. Are you all attacking? How come spiders can make traps? That's crazy.
What you got from top of my to-do list?
Oh, you just stayed there, Dorn.
Thy Valkor's mighty blade.
The rat is held. Bat. I can't read. Why can't I read the B and the R?
But 'tis a fine day to die.
I'll wait until everyone's done being held by the webs. Can't save either until they're done.
Yeah? Top of my to-do list.
I'm gone.
Huh? Top of my to-do list. What you got for me this time? Way ahead of you, boss.
Oh my god. The sword spiders move at crazy speed, like they're like 120 FPS. Okay, can I go down here first? No. That's nothing. You guys are
It
stuck.
shall be even bloodier than you hoped.
Oh no, not the basilisk.
Yeah?
Bye.
Top of my to-do list.
Bye. No! That's fine, that was fast. Load. We're not going
Yeah?
that way.
Way ahead of you, boss.
Thy temper shield.
Now, why would you do that?
Huh? Way ahead of you, boss.
Wait. Casting failure?
What do you need?
Oh, because she got injured. Slow her poison, please. At 1 HP. Yeah, I've thankfully been able to avoid basilisks in this playthrough. For now. Hopefully I don't have to. They don't make me go through them.
You grunted?
'Cause
Ow!
I am not
What you
prepared.
got for me this time? Yeah? What do you want?
I should rest.
Hello?
And I could probably use a healing potion.
Huh? Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Oh my. It's so fast. It's attacking at like 5 times my speed.
Bite if Tempus wills it.
What you got for me this time?
We'll just wait. We'll just wait. They sure don't call it Sword Spider for nothing. Along the Sword Coast.
Yeah? What do you want?
Magic resistance. Held. Okay.
Huh? What you way ahead of you, boss?
Can I
Well,
help you?
oh, you're encumbered. Why are you encumbered? Why do you have all these things? Oh, is your strength affected? Ability score drained. Well... Oh, it's right here. 3. Is this temporary? Usually they're not temporary. We learned something.
What do you need?
Again, you disturb me.
Spell magic? Where did I lose another 4 points of reputation? I stumbled across, oh, I forgot their names.
I've done
It was a dwarf with whose name started with an A, like Askin something, and then his buddy in the catacombs, and then I was like, hold on.
Yeah?
There were doppelgangers that attacked us. Yeah, I chose an option that was like, they were doppelgangers, and they're like, oh, you're crazy, and then they attacked us, so what am I to do but defend myself? Yeah, welp indeed. You grunted. Oh, you can wear this. Okay, now you're not encumbered. You're with your 5. You're still encumbered with your 5 hounds. You can't even wield this.
What you got for me this time?
Okay, Emo is encumbered
You're a
now.
queer fellow.
Hold on, everyone.
Yeah? What do you want?
I was at 11 points of reputation at the start of this stream, and now I'm at, was it 3? Oy vey. It's hard being Mr. Wigglefingers, being in Mr. Wigglefingers' party. Oh! If you lose more reps, some characters will leave. Yeah, I figured. I think Emoin and Quail. Or Quail mentioned something for sure. Emoin surprisingly hasn't mentioned much, but... Let's see. No basilisk, please. Oh, no, 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 no.
What you want?
Moon could have had so much potential.
It shall be even bloodier than
Alright,
you
stop
hoped.
standing on top of each other. I'll go this way.
Huh? Way ahead of you, boss.
Let me out. Why are you stuck?
What do you
What sort of craven cowards are we?
What you got for me this time? Yeah, I'll get right on that.
We're all scrambled. Okay. Dead end. So I have to fight. I have to get through the basilisks. Okay. I have an idea.
You are so irritating.
I have an idea. Put on your armor first.
Are yours.
And then
To die in battle
dang
is
it!
the most glorious death.
He's petrified. I believe I have a scroll. I have
want? Yeah,
scrolls
I'll get right
somewhere.
on that.
Hopefully, did it work? Are they sleeping? I don't think so. Why are you going around? Stop going around.
Way ahead of you, boss.
What if Tempus wills it?
What you got top of my to-do list?
Oh, Edwin. Oh, Edwin. Okay, let me check. What does Stinking Cloud do? Oh, I should have glitter dusted instead of made them sleep. I may have sold my spells. I mean, yeah. Let's load. I went past it. Stone to flesh. Stone to flesh. Ah, my one singular. Oh, does someone have to learn this, or can I just read it? So we can approach the victim, read the scroll, and target the statue. Outside protection from petrification. Oh. Huh. Okay. 2 backpack. Let me free Edwin of his folly. Okay, don't do that. Use reflection, okay, and then Edwin. Glitter dust makes him blind, right? I'm sure. Oh wait, why is he not my party? I need to talk to him. He's too busy attacking.
What is it
there we
now?
go. Though I do not enjoy your manner. Yeah, welcome back. Will suffer their company merely because they are useful. Okay, hold on, Edwin. You got
Again, you disturb me.
1 HP. If a basilisk is blinded, can they stop petrifying people? Casting failure. Okay.
I care not.
You might have to retry this, but that's fine.
You are so irritating.
Save versus polymorph. Wait, do they not do damage actually?
This way.
Like, this one's distracted. Where did the other basilisk go?
Hello?
Use your ranged weapons. Dorn, get your butt back here and just stand there.
Even bloodier than you hoped.
Okay.
What is it now?
Yep. This way.
Again,
Just get beyond. Save versus spell. Okay, that doesn't do anything for me.
I care not.
That's good to know. Basilisks don't actually do damage. Everyone with his 1 HP. Okay. Where's the other one?
As directed for now.
Yeah, look at me.
Can I?
Thy temper shield!
You're a queer fellow.
Yeah? What do you want?
Dorn, go around. They can deal damage. But thankfully they're not doing any to enemy. And most of the time they don't. That's lucky. That's very lucky. Oh, why are you coming up to him?
What is it? As directed for now.
There we go. Who are you people?
Huh? Top of my to-do list.
What is your command?
Okay, I used all my healing spells, so I guess you'll take a potion, mister.
You are so irritating.
What you got for me this time? Way ahead of you, boss.
Diarmid? I don't even know who you are. It's about time you got out here, Pratt. It is Pratt, isn't it? I don't need to tell you that we must not keep the Sarevok waiting. I trust you didn't have any trouble in there? You said that the monks fell for the ruse and that Mr. Wigglefingers was locked up, so he took the surface route out of the keep instead of meeting you in the crypts. We really must get moving if we are to catch up with him. Terribly sorry, but I am not who you think I am. I am Mr. Wigglefingers, and I don't appreciate being the bull of a conspiracy. Yes, Pratt. That's me, alright. What was the point of us waiting in the crypts again? Yeah, I'm Pratt. Pratt is indeed my name. Where are we supposed to meet up with this Sarevok? Pratt is my name. This Sarevok person. Who is he again? Where are we supposed to meet up? Back at the Iron Throne base in Baldur's Gate, of course. He has business elsewhere in the city, but no doubt we shall get our bit of coin if we await him there. There is still much left to be done, so I doubt he'll show for a while, though. The disgrace of Mr. Wigglefingers will make the road smoother, but we must still act fast. Sarevok is notoriously impatient. Let's get moving. Okay, you really should be telling me this. I'm not who you think I am. You conspired against me, and so you shall die. Right then, off you go to meet with Sarevok. Don't want to have him attacking us like Realtar and the others. That was never the plan. Sarevok wouldn't sully his hands on those he didn't deem worthy of personally killing. For Mr. Wigglefingers and party to be blamed, they were either to be imitated by doppelgangers or fooled into attacking Realtar and the others unprovoked. You should know this. You're not Pratt, are you? Oh, bloody heck. Bit of a mistake on my part, wasn't it? Oh well, most of it went according to plan regardless. You'll forgive me if I don't stay for fisticuffs. Cheers. Are you leaving? Okay, bye. Outside the Candlekeep crypts, a man named Diarmid mistook our group for one led by someone called Pratt. That was my good fortune, since Diarmid revealed Sarevok's scheme to use doppelgangers to frame me for the murders of the Iron Throne leaders. Better still, Sarevok thinks I'm out of the way. While he has returned to Baldur's Gate, it's time for me to investigate his base and discover why he wants war with Om. Okay.
Yeah?
So I guess that's the best conclusion of that.
Gather your party before
What do you
venturing
There's
forth.
none better. You grunt. Is that all? Is that all?
Hello? Thy Valkur's mighty
Top of
blade.
my
Gather
to-do
your party
list.
before venturing forth. Life
it's
continues
dark.
to be quite the challenge. You have been accused of murdering the Iron Throne leaders, and the Flaming Fist will undoubtedly hound your every step because of it. Despite all of this, you must return to the city of Baldur's Gate, the very lair of your accusers. You must find and expose the one who is responsible for your predicament. You must find Saravak.
As was foretold, we finished chapter 6. Yay, that was so short. I guess because I went straight to Candlekeep instead of meandering around. Life continues to be quite the challenge. Yeah, that's why he just read to me. Okay, where am I? Oh, I'm in Candlekeep. Well, outside of Candlekeep. Let's go back in.
What you got for me this time? Way ahead of you, boss.
I just want to sell my stuff and maybe heal if possible. Yeah, you're still
way ahead of
speeding.
you, boss.
I'm not a doormat.
I'm sorry, friend. I know that you are the child of Gorion and have dwelt here all your life, but I cannot exempt anyone from the sanctions of the Highmost Olrot. I guess he never heard
Top of my to-do
that we were
list.
to be, that we are accused of murder, so... Or am I going the wrong way? Maybe I'll go back to Baragos for a second to get, what is it, Algernon's cloak or whatever?
What do you There's none better.
What you got for me this time?
Whoa. Olgoth's beard. Missing these places. Nashkel. Adoy's Enclave. Who the heck was Adoy? Was that... No. Who's Adoy? It's like a... mage or something. High Hedge. I don't think I've been in there. Adoy was the guy. So he was the guy for Nearest Quest. Okay, that's what I thought, but I wasn't sure if I was misremembering. I was down here. Let's go to Baragost.
Way ahead of you, boss.
Where is the... Let's go to the inn. Right here, you might want to hit up the blacksmith to sell those on-kick shells. Oh, cool. I was also going to see, because there was that, with the Nashkill Mines quest, there was like, we give him the potion and then we go back in a couple of days, but I think I went past the couple of days because I went to the next chapter, and I went back and then they did not mention anything about the poison.
I've done had enough of this.
Failed post in, perfect.
Yeah? What do you want? Top of my to-do list.
Oh, is Feldpost in where that guy kept trying to beat me up? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Bartender.
You want some whiskey?
Just sell that. Oh, you were carrying my books. Oh, I have Shadowdale Volume 8. I don't need that. No one needs that. Yeah, no one needs that. That made everyone worse. I don't need these potions. I'm never gonna use them. This antidote is suspicious, so I'm just gonna get rid of you. Nymph Cloak, I don't really need you. But you are unique.
You grunted?
Are you done being... Yeah, you're done being armor class. I mean strength 3. So you can have the studded armor and your club back. Your wizard spells have been disabled.
Huh?
Why? My spells?
What you got for me this time?
Oh, Quail spells, because he's wearing studded armor. Okay, okay, I'll switch it. I'll switch it back.
Yeah? What do you want? Top of my to-do
Wait, no,
list.
Algernon, where you at? There you are.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
What you want?
What you want?
I've done had enough of this.
Oh, I have to do a sneaky sneak?
Yep. I'm gone.
Well, she's not very good at it, so,
I care not. This way.
What does it say? Fergus waits. Okay, well, he's never gonna get the cloak, because I can't lock
Way
it.
ahead of you, boss.
Let's go
Way ahead
to
of
the
you, boss.
smithy.
Top of my to-do list. Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Tehram Furum.
I can make whatever you wish for a wee little bit more than me competition.
An interesting piece of material you got there. Ankeg, if I'm not mistaken. Been a while since I've seen the like, but if I remember correctly, it makes a fine set of armor. If properly treated, it's comparable to a full plate with half the weight. If you're willing to part with your shells, I'll give you 500 gold for the lot of them. No more can I offer with business as slow as it is. Iron shortage hurtin' and all. That would be to you if I do. Could you show us what you have? Yeah, you have just bought yourself some Ankeg. Good, sir. A pleasure doing business with you. This will make a fine suit of plate for a governor or better. Nobility like exotic materials, and don't care much about the price. Probably close to 20,000 gold for 10 days' work when I'm finished. I may survive this iron shortage after all. One lousy Ankeg shell for 500 gold? I can't believe everyone is in out hunting.
Whatever you wish for a wee
Another
little
one?
bit more than me competition.
Hardly for a price for the trouble I went through to get it. Double your offer and I consider it done. Whoa, iron is not so scarce as to make me that desperate. 500 gold or nothing, and you can take it or leave it. I suppose I will take it. Yeah. Get this off my hands.
I can make whatever you wish for a wee little bit more than
Please identify everything. Acid arrow +1, warhammer +1. Warhammer, blah, 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 blah. Suiris blade. Okay. And Heart of the Golem. Throwing axe. The Dart of Stunning. Suiris, a white minotaur who traveled the Orsron Mountains in Termish, lived for nothing but the thrill of combat and encouraged warriors to challenge him for his magical weapon, a powerful halberd. Despite his aggressive nature, he was an honorable combatant and never slew opponents he could overpower. Suiris met his superior only once, in a battle that lasted hours and had the minotaur often fearing defeat. The contest ended when his opponent's sword broke, but Suiris knew he likely would have been bested had it continued. He presented his weapon to the astonished man, who thereafter told of this noble creature to anyone who would listen. Well, no one equips halberds here. Spear +1. Mace +1. Heart of the Golem. There are no records of this weapon's creator. Nevertheless, its existence can be traced back among thieves and murderers to before Dale Reckoning. Its blackened blade was apparently forged from the arcane metals of an iron golem, giving the weapon an appearance as dark as its history. Well, no one uses daggers either, so you can have... what is this? Oh, it's a longbow. You can have all of this, mister. I think I do need to buy more bullets. I think 8 for everyone. Okay, Ewan is way good with arrows.
What you got from... Yeah, I'll get right on that. Top of my to-do list.
Alright, since that journey took 16 hours, let's take a rest at the inn, head to Baldur's Gate, and stand outside the Iron Throne, and that should be it for today. That was very productive. Where's this thing? In here. I guess I clicked on the more threatening option for those two dudes that I did not mean to kill, but had to kill. It was self-defense, I swear.
Yeah? What are you... Way ahead of you, boss. Top of my to-do list.
Dorn is racing ahead. Alright, single file line, everyone. To Baldur's Gate, the Iron Throne is here.
What do you want?
Oh.
I take no pleasure in idle chatter.
You're the one who started talking to me, Dorn. I would like to know more about what happened in Barrow.
Perhaps it is time I revealed more of the story.
I would appreciate it.
We met little resistance from the villagers. They had few warriors of any merit. Those who dared defend themselves soon fell to our spells and swords. Then, it was only a matter of slaughtering the women and children.
Easy, he says. Slaughtering an entire village to send a message. Isn't that overkill? You did what was necessary. The local lord needed a strong message. What else could you do? The local lord needed a strong message. Mama's Barrow. Is this before his betrayal? I think so. What else could you do?
Standing among the corpses like gods of destruction, I smiled because I felt the ecstasy of triumph. The others smiled for a different reason.
You were a monster among monsters. That sounds like a harrowing experience. Why were your friends smiling? I have a bad feeling I know why your friends are smiling.
As I was about to discover, they were not my friends. The slaughter at Barrow was only half of the plan they had made without me.
That is such a big betrayal, bro. What plan?
Even remembering this tale makes me angry, and that is dangerous for everyone, including you. Ask me again later, when I am calm.
Bad to the bone. It appears I have invited a cold-blooded murderer into our midst. Dorn claims he was part of a group that massacred an entire town to cover a petty crime. Then he searched for the other killers for his own revenge. Now that I know his story, what will it take for him to turn on me? Nah, he's good. He's our best fighter. Davyorn. Favorite spell? Poison weapon? Dude, his total experience value in the party is 50%, and he took 43% of kills in the party. Oh. Oh, Dorn. Meanwhile... Ragifast. 1% of total kills in the party. Well, then again, he only spent 7 days with us. 2%. Even Winter Wolf is your most powerful vanquished, Edwin. Resar. Greater Basilisk. Yeah, Emoin is pretty good. And meanwhile, Mr. Wigglefingers is just the leader, man.
What you got for me this time?
Where am I? Is there an inn here? They wanted me to go to the Low Lantern after I did something, I think. Which I am not doing, so...
Top of my to-do list.
Let's go sleep at the inn, and then we can... call it.
You need something, stranger?
What the... Yep, there be tensions rising between us and Am. There'll be war soon, and plague, and pestilence. Better than us, than us, I say. Plague and pestilence? What from? From war, of course. What else do you think would follow in its wake? That's why we need Sarevok and Grand Duke, for he take the resources from the Iron Throne and assist us. Attack first and fight the war on their soil rather than our own. As I told ye, better them than us.
What sort of craven cowards are we?
Yeah, Branwyn. Oops. The rise of Sarevok. It seems Sarevok is vying for the title of Grand Duke. His connection to the Iron Throne has made him popular with the masses, as many now equate the high quality of their iron with the surety of success in the coming wars with Am.
Yeah? Way ahead of you, boss.
Oh, it runs so deep. Why? Oh, this is the inn with the sailors.
You want some whiskey?
Let's sleep in
Tonight
the
you
inn.
sleep hunted by all, and wake in a dream hunted by one. Tonight you are the monster everyone claims you are. The kobold scorned like a rodent. The ogre that children fear comes in the night. The mobs and their torches now come for you. counting you among the creatures you once did hunt, or so someone would have you believe. Once again you hear the voice, a voice that now makes no secret of its origins. It speaks of destiny and nature, and of evils bred in the bone. It says you will never be free of the mob, that they will hunt you for what you are. Murder and death run through your heart, and accepting that will supposedly give you power. The essence of Baal within you cannot be ignored. It is mistaken. You have already accepted what runs in your veins. You have accepted it and moved on. Whatever the foundation of the blood within you, it is yours and no one else's. If there is a power to be had, then you will administer it as you see fit, and not according to the ravings of a shade long dead. You calmly turn your back and walk away, applying the most powerful weapon you have at your disposal, indifference. Let the dead rattle on if they wish. Had they the power to harm you, they would have done so a dozen times over. More tangible threats require attention. The voice becomes shrill and piercing as you walk, but gradually grows weaker. As it fades, one warning does stand out amidst the din. It speaks of others that will listen where you have not, others that will embrace what you have rejected, and others that will be your death. This describes but one man, and you know of no other it could be. He who orchestrated your fall, and deserves all that you shall inflict upon him, Saravak. He shall feel your wrath for all that has occurred. You awake sure of your cause, and of what must be done.
Easy. Easy peasy. Gain vampiric touch again, but not really. It would be cool if I did, but I don't. Instead I have grease and infravision. I feel like we didn't even learn Saravok's name until like later.
Huh?
Okay, make sure my inventory's good. Who needs more bullets? You need more bullets. Who needs spare bullets? You could use some. Okay, everyone is loaded up with ammo.
You're a queer fellow.
Yes. I suppose I could sell these extra arrows, I guess, that I again never use. I'll be for
What
a
you
later
got
time.
top of my to-do list?
Alright, awesome. That was very productive. We really only did do the main quest for chapter 6. I wonder what... I feel like exploring Candlekeep before going to the Candlekeep castle, whatever, library, would have helped me to get more insight on where the civilians of Candlekeep were, instead of their... What the heck are you doing, Dorn? Instead of their just immediately like doppelgangers. Alright, awesome. So thank you guys for watching, commenting, lurking, stopping by, hanging out, all that good stuff. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you guys next week, and maybe we'll finish the game? Question mark? Since there's only 7 chapters. Or maybe not. But if we do finish the game, I think we definitely will try out the DLC too. Alright. Thank you so much, guys. I'll see y'all.